Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Welcome to Sunday Night Mayhem
Welcome to Sunday Night Mayhem.
on this day of our Lord 8/16/2026.
Of this day of Allah of 2026.
Al-Akbar. Oh, can that get us in trouble in the first minute? I don't know. Hopefully not.
I don't know. I thought I was being the when somebody does the sign language and the other person has to yell it out to the deaf people type of thing.
Yeah.
So I thought that's what I was doing. I apologize. I apologize. I thought I was helping, but I wasn't.
Nice. I before I get into what's going on with me, and I see a lot of folks jumping in already. Hello, how y'all doing? We'll say hello to you all in just a few moments. We got a couple things to talk about tonight. One, we're going to do a tier list of 10 notorious serial killers, and we're going to rank them. It's going to be a lot of fun. Stick around for that. So tier list fans, we got something for you tonight. We're going to talk about the movies and things going on in the world of what we believe are cool movies, and probably some other goodness. I think we owe it to ourselves and the viewers to dive into some of the Marvel announcements of what's going on there at some point. But first, how are you doing this evening, Mr. John?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine. How about you?
Good. Yeah, and that's why I figured I would ask you first before I went into myself, as I probably normally do, even though I should be courteous and ask you, but forgive me for that. I am doing... I honestly almost didn't have a video tonight. It's been a shitty weekend for me. We lost our little doggy last night. She passed away, and it sucks. Anytime you lose an animal, one you're close to, it hurts.
Yes,
badly. We have basically a zoo at our house, and I'm allergic to all of them aside from the one that passed away last night, our little Phoebe dog. And she would sit here next to me on the couch and watch TV movies until I went to bed, and then she would follow me to bed. But before she came in, my wife would have a little bowl with her dinner, because teeny tiny dogs, they don't have the strongest teeth. So she had this little bowl of very soft food that the other dog couldn't have, because the other dog, he would just demolish it and it would be a waste. So Phoebe would lay in there with my wife in bed while my wife was watching TV or whatever until she turned out the lights. And I always stay up later than her. And so then once she turned out the lights, our doggy would run in and she would bark at me until I got her a couple treats. And then so I would go get her treats, and then she would come sit down on the couch next to me, eat them, and just lay there until I went to bed. And so she was my TV and movie watching buddy, and it sucks. It really does.
I'm really sorry, man.
I appreciate that.
That does stink.
Most of us know the pain of losing an animal.
Yes.
And it's never easy. This one just stings really hard, though, just because, in the past, every time we'd ever lost an animal, I have my wife, I have my kids, but in the past, I always had a grandmother, a grandfather, my mom or my dad or somebody to talk to about this. And I'm not the biggest talker. When I'm sad or something bad happens, I don't normally want to have a conversation, but I would always like to feel the love from like my parents or something like that, so I'd let them know. And not being able to reach out to them at a time like this is the first time I've ever dealt with something like that, where everybody's gone. Both of my parents, my older brother, all of my grandparents. I have aunts and uncles, but not as close to them as obviously as I was my parents. So it's tough. And I've always, since me and my brothers were little kids, we've always had dogs. With, back in the day where we used to live, we had a couple Rottweilers, and here we've lived here for like 25 years now, and we've had different dogs and cats and rabbits and birds and all kinds of different things. But and they all hit hard, but this one is particularly hard because of loving her so much, but on top of that, the circumstances. So so I almost didn't do a show. So if I'm a little down tonight, forgive me for that, just because it's a tough time for me right now. So, but I did feel like talking to everybody, doing a show would definitely cheer me up and take my mind off of it for a while. So thought we would do that. I am very interested. Our viewer count is low at the beginning, like last week, and it clumb later. But talking to Fluffy, he was saying, well, maybe because I didn't monetize last week, that YouTube wasn't pushing us. Well, so I monetized this week and it's doing the same thing. So I don't know that was the issue, but if everybody is hopefully not getting too many commercials tonight, but if it gets crazy, let me know. I have it set to the lowest amount of commercials that you should see. So if it's getting stupid out there, let me know, please. But John, in addition to my suffering, fans around the world are mourning the loss of Reggie Bannister. I don't know that he was ever an A-list actor, but if you are a horror movie fan, you definitely know him if you're a real fan. And I have a stack of movies that he's in right here that I thought I would bring and show. Everybody knows him from Phantasm and other things. But Reggie Bannister, he's been sick for quite a while. They had a GoFundMe going for his hospice care. And fortunately, his suffering is over now. I know he was, I don't know if it was like Alzheimer's, dementia, what to call it, but he was suffering from something like that, where when I met him and did my interview with him, he was already a little forgetful, and his wife, Gigi, had mentioned that he forgets stuff. So I think he's kind of been battling that for a while. But now his suffering is over, and he can hopefully rest in peace. John, you a big Reggie Bannister fan?
Yes. It's I like Reggie Bannister. I have not watched a lot of his movies. Of course, I know Phantasm. But yeah, I mean, he's a legend. I don't think that he is Bruce Campbell legend, but he is still a legend. And it is unfortunate and sad that someone that the horror community loves so much, passes so early, and because we're just not going to, get anything more. I am happy that he's able, that he was able to, I guess, finish off the Phantasm movies. The same thing with Angus Scrimm. At least he was in all 5. So there is that. But yeah, I do like him, but I don't think that I've ever really sought out like all the movies that he's in. But I do find it sad. I find it unfortunate.
Yeah, and I mean, he was a lot of times he was supporting actor, but he was 80 years old, so he's he 80 years old nowadays. A lot of people are walking around doing really well at 80 years old. So it's but still 80. If you make it to 80, I think you're doing pretty good. Unfortunately for him, the last several years, most of his 70s, he wasn't doing so good. But yeah, rest in peace to Reggie Bannister. And it is funny you mentioned, because I have a few movies here that I was going to show that he was in, Bruce Campbell, because he is in Bubba Hotep.
Yeah.
With Bruce Campbell there. So, and this is the reason I'm showing these is because if anybody goes, oh man, that's a bummer, Reggie passed away. Here's maybe some things you can watch if you want to scratch that Reggie Bannister itch. Of course, and I didn't get out all of the Phantasm movies I have, but parts 1 and 2 right here. And he's in, I don't know if he's in all of them, but he's in several of them.
He's in all of them. Yeah.
Okay. And then he was in Wishmaster. So I think
damn, I should have looked because I own the Wishmaster.
Well, you have the same one, right? The same thing.
Yeah. And then I have back here with the Scream Factory stuff. I do have some Phantasm films that they brought out. So I just grabbed my collection. I wasn't even really thinking. So
okay, nice. I have 2 more. I'll show one, and then you show what you got, and then I'm going to save this other one here for last. He was in Cemetery Gates with Peter Stickles, who was here at my house with John and I while we filmed a terrible movie we will not speak of. But I got Peter to sign Cemetery Gates here. And when I met Reggie, I didn't think, and I probably wouldn't. If you're going to meet somebody, Cemetery Gates is probably not the movie I want his autograph on, but it would have been cool to have Reggie on here as well. So, but Cemetery Gates. And so you said you have your collection from Reggie, or
yeah. It's damn. I should have grabbed. The thing is, I spoke to Cliff a while back when he was still at Scream Factory about Phantasm 2. Because that's the only one that's released through a major company, that's Universal, and it's cut. It's like cut to ribbons, and there is a work print available, which I do have. I have a bootleg of it. That's the only way of getting the uncut version of it. So he just told me there's just like some of these movies, you're just never going to be able to find them uncut. So you're getting the R-rated version of Phantasm 2. But the rest of them are fine. So yeah, this is what I have, and it's the Phantasm 5 movie DVD collection. It's done this. I think I got it at the same time as Final Destination. And they had all of them also in one. Who did this? Can't even tell who did this. I know these are the real movies, but it's not like a real company. I don't think. Wellgo USA. Do you know?
Shut the fuck up. You seriously right now are saying you don't know who Wellgo USA is?
I think I know them from you.
Yeah. Wellgo USA is the one that send me all kinds of screeners, and we would do Wellgo USA giveaways like weekly for a long time because they sent me so many screeners, and I would get a screener and a giveaway copy. Wellgo USA is I don't know if they are in cahoots or they own or behind or whatever the Hayan network, but Wellgo USA, very famous for their martial arts and action films, and they have a ton of stuff. Wellgo USA, great people. I did not know Wellgo put out a Phantasm collection. Wellgo put this one out as well. I never looked at the back of that right there.
Oh, that's like their Blu-ray version.
Blu-ray, yeah.
Because these are all, so maybe take a look at yours. These look like they're made for a collection, but there's
I don't mean to brag. Came with a poster.
Oh, I got something here, but I don't know what it is. But that's the Scream Factory disc.
Okay.
And it does say rated R. So it looks like these are made for a collection. This is even part 5.
This is what these two look like. And to be completely honest about these, this is a 1 and 2 collection that Sexy Sumo picked up at Creep I.E. And then a few minutes later, he saw the 5 movie collection, or 4. I think it might have been all 5. And he was like, damn, I just bought the 1 and 2. And I go, well, I'll buy those off of you, because I didn't have them on Blu-ray. So I was like, I'll buy those off of you. So I bought this off of Sumo, which I think when I went to go pay Sumo, I think he didn't want my money. So I think Sumo actually gave this to me. I tried to pay him, and I think he was like, no, don't worry about it. But so that's how I got this. Sumo picked it up at Creep I.E, and then he went and got the other one. So I should actually take the poster out of this and give it to him if he wants it. But it stays right there. I don't have room on the wall for it. But,
No, then it makes it not complete. So yeah, but
I love that it's Well Go USA. That's great.
I don't want to make you jealous, but look what I got. I got this little thin thing right here showing off some movies that they brought out. Huh? Look at that. Do you have that, Mr. Man?
Hold on.
Huh? 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 Huh?
Where is it?
Huh? I hope he doesn't have it. I hope he doesn't have it.
I must have gotten rid of it, but Better Watch Out is a movie I received as a screener from them.
But do you have this floppy little thing? You may have a poster. You may have a poster, but you have a floppy little thing like this.
Well, let me find a Well Go movie that I got. I don't remember which ones and where they would be, but because I don't organize mine by distribution company, but if I could find a Well Go, I'm sure I have that same one. But I don't know where my Well Go movies are. So let's not be boring.
Please just stop the show. Everybody can watch
and go find my Well Go's.
Yeah.
Well, I know I have some over there, but I just don't know right here. Anywho, that is a nice collection. And was that the only thing you pulled down for Reggie?
Yeah, for some, I thought this was it, but you showing those other ones, I'm like, oh crap, I got some sitting right back there.
Yeah. So my favorite Reggie Bannister movie. Do you know where I'm going with this, John Ward?
Bloody Bible Camp.
Bingo. Good call, sir. Yes. My favorite Reggie Bannister movie. This is so much fun. I'm sure you could see it on Tubi still. It's 90 minutes. It has Ron Jeremy, Tim Sullivan, Reggie Bannister, amongst many others. I think Ron Jeremy plays Jesus.
Nice.
But Bloody Bible Camp. And it is a fun ride. John, you and I we need to watch this together at some point.
I've never seen it.
Just watch it.
But now Ron Jeremy plays a prison inmate.
Yes, he does. I wonder, do you think Ron Jeremy is a pitcher, a catcher, or a free agent? Because nobody he's too ugly. Even he's too ugly for prison sex.
I think that he is definitely a bottom because nobody wants to look at him. You know, even back in the day in like the 70s when he was thin, he was still ugly. You know, he's not a good looking guy.
Just had the giant Jorgen. But here it is. I've talked about this a few times, but I haven't really shown it because I keep forgetting. Bloody Bible Camp. This is a what do you call those cards? Like a lobby card kind of thing that they blew up, and they wrote down here Bloody Bible Camp 2011. Father Richard Cummings, played by Reggie Bannister, fights for his soul and to save the world from the evil transvestite serial killing nun. That's good enough right there, right? Sister Mary Chopper.
This would not get made today.
Sister Mary Chopper is played by Tim Sullivan because we're a transvestite in this campy 1980s tribute horror. There it is. And so this is signed by Reggie and Gigi Bannister right there. Both of them signed it.
Nice.
Since she is also in it. So there it is. So I love this. Got his autograph on that. Very happy about that. Wait. Oh, I thought you said wait. You said sweet, huh?
Sweet.
Okay, my fault. So anyways, before we dive into the news, since we've already been chatting for a few minutes, let's say hello to everybody. And then we will dive into this week's movie news, unless you protest.
No.
Okay. All right. Gail, what's going on? Gail picked up a Phantasm DVD at library. Was a Circuit City exclusive. Oh, that's cool. Had Don Coscarelli autograph, movie poster, sells for $350. Wow. Very cool stuff.
Oh, that is nice.
Everyone hit the thumbs up. Thank you for that, Gail. Yes, everybody, please hit that thumbs up button. Jonathan, what's going on? Favorite serial killers: Jack the Ripper, Ed Gein, H.H. Holmes, John Wayne Gacy, Herb Baumeister. We're going to talk serial killers here in just a few moments. Antonis, what's going on? I guess my favorite serial killer would be Dahmer. There you go. We're sick puppies, aren't we? We have favorites. Jeff, what is going on? Jeff, thank you. Jeff came through with another $10 channel support PayPal donation. Thank you, Jeff. You rock, good sir. Nick B, what's up? Have you watched the new Reacher season yet? Episode 1, 2, and 3. I think that was all that was out a couple days ago when I watched, and I love it. It is so good, and I'm liking that Reacher seasons 1, 2, and 3. You've had a lot of the same supporting cast. This is like Reacher and Reacher. There's nobody else is back yet. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, but I like where this is going. It's been a lot of fun. John, have you, will you, do you care about Reacher?
Not anymore.
I know. That's a shame because it is such a good show. I know, the actors come out and say some stupid stuff and lose fans, and this happens, but it's unfortunate because Reacher is such a good show.
I started to watch it, and season 1, because I own it because of the Tom Cruise stuff. And so I thought, well, why don't I watch the TV show? And I did watch the first episode where he defends the dog. And I really liked that he defended this dog that was just like stuck in the yard on a chain. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll continue watching it. I just never did. It just never really happened. And then last week, and so it's just like, nah, I have no desire. So
yeah. This beginning of this episode, there is a bit with a kitty cat that is pretty damn funny.
Oh, okay.
So let's see.
Uncertain.
Conan, maybe that's it. Yeah, Conan Uncertain. But watching over there on John's channel says, "What's up, dudes?" John,
thank you.
Your toy shopping video was great, bro.
Thank you very much. I may do more of those.
Nice. Let's not make fun of Muslims. They are people too. We're not going down.
Are they?
Yeah. Yeah. We're not going to go down that road at all. Hello, you, Brenta Mania. What's cracking? Mario, what's up? How you doing? Larry, the Batman fan. What's going on? Today was actually it's your birthday today. Well, happy birthday, Larry. Hopefully you're having a very nice birthday. Is that sign language, or is he? I think John was actually throwing up gang signs is what he was doing. Now he's voguing like Madonna. Once you went like this.
We can also safety dance.
Yes, you can safety dance. Yes. Can you Wang Chung? How would you Wang Chung, John?
Everybody Wang Chung tonight. Like that.
Yeah, I heard Wang Chung's To Live and Die in LA earlier today.
I love that song. You don't like Wang Chung.
I do not at all. And I hate LA. So it didn't have a chance.
So you were hoping it was just to die in LA.
Yeah, or to live and cause LA to not exist anymore. And Antona says, happy birthday to you, Larry. Oh, Fulfa Guillermo says, my favorite serial killer is Count Chocula. Now, Count Chocula is a phenomenal serial and may have resulted in many deaths due to obesity.
And
so
diabetes,
like indirect, yes. Yes. Diabetes over there.
Yeah.
Going to be going to bed soon. Got to get up early because we're going to celebrate my birthday. That was today. Tomorrow, going to be gone all day. Well, have fun, Larry. I hope you have a good one. And thank you so much coming through with the $10 super chat there, Larry. We really appreciate you. Sorry for loss, OGP. Thank you, Antonis. Appreciate that. Jeff, sorry, OGP. I'm a dog guy and losing them is brutal. I've got 2 right now. They're 17. Oh, boy. Yeah, we have a like 19 or 20-year-old cat. don't know when his birthday was. I can't remember, but he's at least 19. And man, yeah, that one is, I cannot believe he's still around. Our other dog is like 13 or something like that. So no spring chicken either. But yeah, 17, man. Yeah, you're they've lived a good life if they've made it 17. That's the positive. Thank you, Mario. Appreciate that. AOGP, sorry for your loss. Appreciate that, Metal Greg. And he says hello to me and John as well.
Hello.
And let's see here. I think you should go live at 8. Yeah, Larry, no, we picked this time because it works for John and I. 8 p.m. is 5 p.m. on the West Coast, and that does not work for us. Daniel, watching over there on Mr. John's channel. How you doing, Daniel?
Oh, thank you very much.
Missed last week, thought it was Monday Night Mayhem. Well, it used to be Horror Movie Monday. And for 31 weeks in a row now, it has been Sunday Night Mayhem. We switched over to Sunday.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, we're on episode 31 now.
Jeez.
Rest in peace to former baseball player Tommy John, who the surgery is named after. Yes, Tommy John just passed away too. The first guy to ever get that pioneering surgery to fix a ligament to let pitchers go on. He pitched 12 years before getting the surgery and 14 years after. So 26-year baseball career is pretty phenomenal. So yes, definitely rest in peace to him. Jeff saw Phantasm at the drive-in when it was released, probably seen most of his films. Curse of Getting Old is watching people from your youth pass away. That is so unbelievably true. The older we get, the more and more people pass. And it's sad. But it is just part of life, ain't it?
Have you ever really looked at when you're filling something out, and it asks for your birth date and you have to pick the year? I remember, because I'm 67. I remember 67 used to be right down here. Then it became here. Then became here. Now it's like way down here. I got to scroll all the way down, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm that old now that it's so far down the dial that you can't even see it anymore.
I know. Yeah, I'm with you, man. There's a lot of scrolling there looking for your number. Fuck you, Father Time. Metal Greg was cracking. Fall Rain. It is vamp time. And Jesus H. Christ would approve.
It's vamp time.
And you do know the H does stand for Hitler, speaking of surreal.
Yes. I have the deluxe version box set of Phantasm with movie poster. Oh, from Wellgo also. Nice. So we all got Wellgo. So it looks like Wellgo must have got the rights a long time ago. Very nice. NG, what up? What's cracking? And NG, looks like NG saying, I have that. So probably same box set you got. Michael McNally, what's up? Mr. Bones, what's up? Daniel, did you guys check out the new Disney D23 a few days ago? I didn't. What are you doing, Jesus? You over here being like creeper status now?
He's just hanging out,
Yeah, just hanging out.
He's only wanted for like 10 seconds, but he wants to hang out for like.
How much Jesus can we take?
I know.
Man, I saw, and if they're watching, I'm sorry, but they're probably not watching. I saw some of my family are very, 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 very Bible thumpery, and it's to the point where it's obnoxious. And I saw a post from someone who I will not name, and it's just like, get over yourself. They post, and it's not just it's everybody, all these Bible thumpers. You have your faith, do your thing, be who you want to be, worship who you want to worship. But when it is blatantly about your ego of how hard you can pray and how hard you can have your faith, you're the most faithful person, it just like, go get yourself a TV show, Jimmy Swaggart. Come on now. Kevin Hampton, what's up? Got some more comic books recently for your birthday. Very nice. Favorite are Jack the Ripper and the Zodiac Killer. Oh, Zodiac Killer. Nice. I did, Larry. Just saw that now. G'day, and we'll get a couple more comments and we'll get into some of the news here. Terry, what is cracking, Terry? G'day, OGP and John. Condolences for your loss. Phoebe, thank you. Appreciate that. Totally understand. Pet's loss hurts like a mother. It really, really does. If the show and actor is entertaining, then who cares about politics? Give Rachel her
right down below it says Reacher.
Oh, Reacher. Okay.
Before he wrote Reacher, for some reason, I thought he was saying like Rachel Zegler. Give Rachel Zegler a chance.
Hard pass on Rachel Zegler there.
It's trust me, if you had seen the actor who plays Reacher, his just meltdowns, his crash outs on 2 different podcasts where he goes on about Trump and he goes on about the Epstein files, I think that would turn most people off because it wasn't just, oh yeah, I disagree with his policies, whatever happened to the Epstein files, and that's it. This was him like in his chair, why isn't this at work? And it was just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? You have a new season coming out. Shut up. Yeah. I mean, even Tom Cruise doesn't talk about Scientology anymore because he realized his movies lost money. So just be quiet. Nobody cares about Reacher's opinions on politics because you're an actor and you're stupid. Most actors are stupid and you only go off of what you hear from the media. That is it. Yeah. You're just doing talking points. So it's like, so that's my answer to that. So
I specifically have not watched any of that stuff. Although I did see a little bit of a clip and it didn't really bug me what he was doing or saying. But I've avoided watching that stuff because I do love the show Reacher. And the show is phenomenal. But I understand that sometimes it's hard to get past. I used to hate Samuel Jackson. Like I hated Samuel Jackson. And because of that, I didn't watch like Pulp Fiction or no. Yeah. No, is he in Pulp Fiction?
He is.
Yes. I was thinking Kill Bill, like Tarantino movies. Basically, he's in all of them, right? But there was a lot of movies that I avoided, and everybody's done some dogs, but not physically. Made some dog movies. Not done physically done dogs. But Samuel Jackson's great now, motherfucker. I think I went too hard with my R. Jesus Christ, motherfucker. I think it's at the end, not R. I gotta be careful with your hard R's when you're referring
and your soft A's. There are like you were worried with Spider-Man because of Mark Ruffalo, and I have to agree, so was I. But he didn't do anything.
Yeah,
he just played the character, and that was fine. But it's just annoying when they go up onto a red carpet at the premiere. There's all the Spider-Man posters in the back, and they're like, "So, what was it like playing the Hulk?" Well, if it wasn't for Trump, if it wasn't for ICE, and it's like, what does that have to do with the movie or Hulk? Like, shut up. And then it turns me off. And it's,
Sorry. I wasn't really worried about Mark Ruffalo in the movie. I just don't like the guy. I don't like seeing him, but
I don't like him.
I was just, it's like, I just was hoping he wasn't in it that much. Christian, what's cracking?
Hey, Christian.
OGP, did you hear Tom Savini house burned out? No, I did not. Man, what's going on here? Tom Savini's house burned down. That sucks. Let's see here.
And ironically, the only thing to survive with this poster of the burning.
Haha. Kevin says next season Rachel Zegler is Reacher.
That I would watch.
That's funny. New X-Men cast Samara Weaving as Emma Frost. Yes, and we're gonna go down the list because there is some fun stuff there. Let's see here. Stevage, what's cracking? How you doing?
Decent.
let's and forgive me, I see there's more comments out there, and hello Christian if I missed you there. I have not seen the Odyssey. John, have you seen it yet?
No, it's still a bootleg, so I haven't watched it yet.
Okay. So yeah, neither of us yet, but let's dive into some of the movie news for. And yes, my lazy ass has not updated the video yet for the intro to the news, so it's still horror headlines. But that's okay, because this week's number one headline is horror, and that is Insidious Out of the Further comes out this week. Rated PG-13, hour and 46 minutes long. I will be seeing that. Fingers crossed. I will be seeing that in the theater. John, will you be seeing that in the theater?
I will, but Mutiny opens the same day.
That's why you sneak into the other theater afterwards.
No,
and you watch Mutiny.
But that no, I think I want to pay for Mutiny. It's Jason Statham. He's my guy. He's one of my guys. He's in my top 5.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, either way, neither one of these movies is going to make $1 billion. But but okay, if you're going to support one.
No, I will actually pay for both, because I get paranoid with if I sneak into a theater and they see that little X is not marked off on my seat, and then they say, "Can we see your ticket?" Which never used to be a thing until it was all electronic. So yeah. I don't know. I'll probably see both before Sunday, and then that way, I can comment on both. But I do want to see both in the theater.
Yes, so do I. And perfect time to go get your Regal pass there, sir. I keep pushing, because you're going to see 2 of them. I mean, the Regal pass is going to cost the same, but then you're on the hook every month after. So you got to look and see what's coming up still. But hour and 35 minutes, rated R for Mutiny with Jason Statham. And most of his movies I really enjoy. There's one really shitty one came out a couple years ago, but other than that, the one I don't like.
Oh, and it's good. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not that good. So those are coming out this week. The end of Oak Street.
Oh, man, if I heard stuff about this. It really is the end or the beginning of Woke Street.
Okay. Well, I had intended on seeing it last night, but then we lost the doggy, so I did not go. But it is $85 million budget. It's made $47 million so far in 3 days, 3-4 days, whatever. And people are enjoying this. 86 tomato meter, 77 popcorn meter. Which is not the greatest score of all time, but 77 is about the same as Backrooms. So people are liking it, but without spoilers, as far as story-wise, what are you hearing about it?
Well, it was rumored to be a Cloverfield film or a spinoff. It is not. J.J. Abrams has said it is not. Okay. He is going to be directing one, I guess. That's an official sequel. What I've heard is the husband is a cuck, the wife is girl boss, just stuff like that. There is a gay kind of thing in it. It's what we had talked about before with the 2 leads of going, well, with who they are, let's hope it doesn't go too woke. This comes from Nerdrotic. So I don't know how solid that is.
I feel like Nerdrotic is very fair. People may not like him or whatever, but I view him as being fair and honest.
Yeah, so I guess it matters how it's done. If and it's in the trailer, you can see, Anne Hathaway, the wife, with the gun. And I guess Ewan McGregor doesn't use a gun. So it's stuff like that. The son asks a girl out. She goes, "I'm gay." It's things like that I don't know. I'll see it. I like the director. I just don't know if I'll see it in the theater.
Sure. Yeah. No, I don't think based on these scores, I don't think it's anything that we have to run out and go see today or anything like that. But it is out. I may try and see it before Thursday when the other two movies come out. We'll see. I just even like tonight after we get done, I'm not in any mood to go out to the theater, so we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, I'll probably give it a watch at some point too down the road. The Brink of War, with an interesting cast there, Jeff Daniels, J.K. Simmons, amongst many others. I looked because this is one that I also wanted to see, and with my pass, I figured I would go watch in the theater, even though it is like 2 hours long. It was only in one theater anywhere near me, and that was like 40 miles away, like almost an hour away. So, and then they played it once in my local theater, and it was like at 11 a.m. So it didn't have any other showtimes the rest of the day. So this got a very, very limited release. And because of that, it had a $21 million budget, and it has made less than $3 million so far. So
wow.
My guess is they knew this was going to be it's going to make its money on TV somewhere. So wherever it's going to be streaming, that's
it is Angel,
what I think.
So it's a small company, but they did have that one big hit.
Yeah. Well, and it's got a 72 popcorn meter, but Jeff Daniels plays Ronald Reagan, so I won't trust whether or not they're portraying Reagan correctly, or maybe are they portraying him as evil because it's made by left-wing people. I don't know how they're portraying Reagan in this, but just the word Ronald Reagan, or words, I guess, are going to get some of those popcorn experts to shit on it. So I don't know that I trust that, but zero popcorn meters. No fans have rated this on Rotten Tomatoes yet. Not one. So that's not the score. That's just the lack thereof an actual score, because nobody has seen it. So that is very interesting.
I still want to see Dennis Quaid's Reagan.
Yeah, I'm good with
I just because I've heard it's so bad.
Oh, is it bad?
I've heard it's so bad that
the movie or his performance as Reagan?
I guess the whole thing is just supposed to be awful, but I want to see how they do it.
Interesting. Spider-Man Brand New Day has passed $2 billion.
Wowzers.
So yep, congrats to you. So it's been out July 31. So it's been out.
Hold on.
2.5 weeks now.
Hold on.
Or you're mathing. He's mathing.
Carry the 1. Divide by 3. You're right.
Okay. Very nice. But over 2 billion. The Odyssey is now the second highest. Well, it was last week as well, the second highest grossing film of the year at 1.2 billion. But Spider-Man has just kicked its ass. John and I watched a movie called The Last House.
I've had time to think about it.
PG-13. No, you had time to review it and change your opinion because what you saw. PG-13, 1 hour and 50 painful minutes.
It's a little
so after we watched it, I didn't hate it. I had a lot of problems with it, but I wasn't angry after it. It was entertaining enough that even an hour and 50 minutes long, although I did fall asleep once and had to go rewind and go back. I give this a 2 out of 5. You know what? I actually might have changed that. I might have given it a 1 out of 5 on Letterboxd. But it's shot beautifully. There's nothing wrong with that. But there are so many flaws in this movie. And the fans have spoken. John, do you want to speak on it first, or do you want to hear the tomato scores?
No, I know everybody hates this movie, and it's another Netflix bomb. It's and from me watching it and you watching it and me thinking about it, I like it because it's one location. I like it because it's cosmic horror. I like the creatures. I don't mind the ocean stuff in it. But there are dumb things that happen that I will agree with you are stupid. There's so to tell people what it is that it begins with the dad. It's a family. It's an like an interracial family, and the dad is fishing. A storm is coming up. He gets back to the house. It's raining. The next day, windows won't open, doors won't open, or nothing. So basically, the weather is controlling everything, and this pretty much goes around the world that nobody can leave their house. So we see over a 5-year period of this family inside the house and how they deal with when the electricity goes out, when food goes out, when medication goes out, the water that they seem to be getting, seems to be, she says it's salt water. So I don't know if it's a combination of fresh water and salt water because they wouldn't be able to drink the salt water, but
that's why they collected rainwater, so they had drinking water.
Yeah, so I guess there's that. I did not like that a dog dies in this, but I like what they did with the dog. So it made sense as far as survival goes. But you can see a chimney there with a hand sticking out of it, and the dad's an engineer, so they give some reasons for things, and he creates these devices that he sends up through the chimney down, and then animals get stuck and he pulls them back in and they can eat a raccoon or a rabbit, a squirrel, that type of thing. So I don't know if it's a good thing they didn't totally explain how it goes. The trap goes up the chimney, down the chimney, and then how we can easily pull it back up again, because they do fail a couple times. So there's stuff like that. My thing is, and I know I harp on this a lot, women's periods. I don't know if these things are really never discussed. Friday the 13th Part 2 does. It's at the beginning. It's when all the counselors are around, and the one guy who's in charge sits there and he goes through the whole list, and at the very end he goes, "Yeah, and women on your menstrual cycle be clean." And like the two girls like smile at each other and kind of laugh because he's embarrassed to do it.
Yeah.
If you make a zombie movie, who are the first people that are going to be killed? Women. Because the zombies are going to smell blood. So you're probably going to wipe off pretty quickly. Maybe the fat people, like Zombieland says, first. But women will then be second. And they don't even explain in this, because it takes place over 5 years, that the daughter, who's a little kid, and then we then see her as a teenager, what do you do about these type of things? They're figuring everything else out.
Yeah.
But it's something that for some reason I've always just been curious about, how movies leave. Like the dad tells the dog, when the dog's still alive, if you need to poop or pee because the dog can't get out, go and I'll clean it up. What about the people? If they're trapped in a house for 5 years and there's no toilet, well, there's a toilet, but
they did have running water for a long time. But then once it went out, and the electricity went out, we were never told the water stopped flushing. No, but I guess that's not true, because they said they had no.
I think at one point, I think she says there's like no food, there's no, and you would think that there is only a certain time period that these generators would run, dams and other things like that they would just shut down and you just wouldn't have electricity or water. So where are they going to the bathroom? They're probably crapping and peeing in a bucket. But if you can't open a window or anything, where is all the poop and pee going? But eventually the wife does, when they run out of food, she goes, "Well, we ran out of fertilizer, but I guess we could make our own." So I guess they're just pooping in the dirt and using that as fertilizer. So I think and I know I've gone on for a while, so I'll say this and then I'll let you go. I think as a generic Netflix, end of the world type of movie, I was entertained, but it does suffer a lot. And I do understand why people don't like it. I don't think I would buy it. I don't think I would watch it again, but I didn't hate it at the same time.
Okay. I wonder with Netflix if they went when they were making this, if they said, you know what? Younger people in general, target audience 15 to 40 years old, a lot of them are just stupid as shit. and they're not going to question how did they get this thing out of the chimney. They're not going to question. And now you're probably going to have people, if they ever get trapped in a house, trying to take the toilet off, thinking they can go down a toilet. A toilet bowl drain, and you can ask plumbers if you don't believe me, they're like 4 inches. It's at your main that goes out, your sewer main, 4 inches, not like 2 feet wide like this lady crawls down. So there's no way this could have happened. There's so many things in this movie that were flaws that should just have never happened, could have never happened. And that is what really killed it for me. But on top of that, they never said, well, let me read the summary here of The Last House. A family of 4 is suddenly sealed inside their house with no way out and must work together to survive against both their dwindling resources and mysterious looming threat that is keeping them trapped. We never get explained how or why the house gets locked.
We don't need to.
I
know you
want to know.
I know you and I disagree on this, but in cosmic horror, which this is, because the creatures that are in this are Cthulhu's. They look very H.P. Lovecraft. In H.P. Lovecraft, stuff is never explained.
Yeah.
In fact, you may not even know what something looks like. Somebody could enter a room in one of his books, and they would just go, "What I saw was absolutely horrible." And that is it. That's the only description that you get of it. Yeah. So it's
I just think something this significant should somehow or another be explained. But it doesn't. And that's my opinion. And John, you have a very fair argument there that it doesn't need explained. But if I mean, we can't go under, we can't go out, but we can go up. If we can go up and out the chimney, why did these retards take 5 years to get out of the fucking house? Because if you could get out up the chimney, then in 5 fucking years, with as ingenuitive as this moronic dad is, he could have built something to break a hole in the fucking roof of the house. Or they could have done something with the chimney to get up and out it in 5 fucking years. So you have this family who's whatever, it is what it is. They're working together, and at different points you have, the dad's a hero, the mom's a hero, the daughter's a hero, the son's a hero. We have the world's coming to an end. What do we got to do? We got to draw. We got to do art, because that's gonna, what the fuck is art gonna do to save your life? Drawing pictures, how is that gonna save your life? And then the day that they're locked in, they start planning for the future. Like, you're gonna have to do your chores. How long do it's the day this happens and you can't figure it out? You're not thinking that you're going to be stuck in your house for 5 years. Nobody would be planning, telling, kids, you're going to have to do your chores. And what pissed me off most about this, you have physical media. You have a DVD player. Why do you only have 2 movies? I mean, at least I remember the one, Air Force One, great movie. I don't remember what the other one was. They said, do you remember what the other
Annie.
one was? Okay. All right. So you got something for the little girl, makes sense.
But there should be, even your typical Joe Blow family owns more than 2 movies.
Correct. That's, if you've got a DVD player, you have at least 20 movies. You've got at least 20 movies if you own a DVD player.
Well, and so the one thing I did find funny is when the dad is looking through things like, what can we use? What's around the house? Yeah. He does pull up the old Netflix bag where they would mail you the movies. He looks at it, crumples it up, and throws it away. That I found funny. And of course, they wouldn't own any movies that Netflix made because they don't do physical media. idiots.
Yeah.
So they can't even say, like, if it's a Warner Brothers movie or something where, we'll play Lethal Weapon or play this or play that, they can't even do that because none of their films are available. Yeah. So it's like, you can't even promote your own movies in your film. And you would think that they would have more than 2.
Yeah. And 15, 20 at least.
Yeah. And so I agree with you on a lot of stuff. One critic, it was funny, did mention, so they were trapped in a house for 5 years, which is pretty claustrophobic, only for them to take a boat and go out on the ocean and be more claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Because now they're all in the little, thing on the boat.
Like, how dumb can we get? Because they finally, at the end, spoilers,
alert, by the way,
save your damn time. Don't. At the end of the movie, they get out and they go get on this boat and they say they're going to find a new land. The land that they were living on was just fine. It was all overgrown and everything, but there was nothing going to come kill them on maybe creatures that would be anywhere else. What were they going to find going out on this boat? Because the ocean level rose like 500 feet or something. So everywhere else in the world is going to be the same. Where are you going?
Seattle was like underwater, basically. Yeah. And it's because and this is spoilers. I'm sorry, guys. I know that this is fairly new. It just says August 7th, but it really isn't worth watching that much unless you're a diehard fan of cosmic horror like I am. There are monsters in this. They're sea monsters. They're very Cthulhu, and it's basically the Abyss. Is the ending of the Abyss? When Ed Harris is down there and he's talking to the aliens, and they're like, "You're fucking everything up here, and this is what we're gonna do if you guys don't stop." And they do that giant wave, and they stop it, and then they pull it back down. And so Ed Harris's job is to go up and go, look, we got these aliens. They're going to kill us if we don't stop destroying the planet. In this, we assume from who's ever narrating it at the end, who I'm guessing is the wife.
I think it's wife, yeah.
Yeah, that these are creatures from the ocean. They don't like what we're doing to the ocean. So this is their warning to us, even though they've destroyed our world. It's not a warning, really. They destroyed it. And out of an act of kindness that the dad does to one of the creatures, they let them live. And I guess that they are maybe the only people on the planet left. No, because it says hello. They're on a radio and you hear a voice say hello. So they're not the only people left. They just have to find them. In Fear the Walking Dead, at the end of the first season, they get onto a boat and basically they head down the coastline. They're going to head down to like Mexico. They're going to see what the difference is. They're getting out of LA. Because they can't survive. They're like, oh, screw this. There's a boat. Let's go on this boat. And they split. And in this, they give no reason for taking the neighbor's boat, except for that it's there.
Yeah. And the monsters leave. They go back in the ocean. There's no need to get in a boat and go away.
Yeah. And I get the point of the movie is an environmental Greta Thunberg type of thing.
Oh yeah, no, Greta should have directed this. Yeah.
Yeah, you should protect the oceans and all of that. But I don't know what these monsters were planning. If you send water that destroys everything and rusts everything, you send out salt water that destroys everything. The animals are now roaming everywhere because we see bears and other animals. So if humans do change, how do they survive in this? So I guess maybe that's why they went out on the boat, was to find something else. It might be
my thought was the sea creatures didn't care. They were saving Earth, not people. They didn't care about the people. They were just saving the planet for themselves.
Oh,
so
okay.
The funny thing is, you're out on a boat, right? You're sailing across the seas now. What did these creatures in the sea not like? They didn't like you polluting. They didn't like you ruining their ocean. What are you going to do when your septic tank in your boat is full?
Empty.
What are you going to do?
Empty it.
Aren't we going to piss off these sea creatures now? Aren't you giving yourself a death sentence by hopping on a boat and going out there? It is so insanely dumb. And I am very thankful that my fault. One more time, my fault. I am very thankful that they did not praise this movie because of the earth-saving agenda. They have this rated popcorn meter at popcorn meter is at a 28. That's the fans. The experts have it at a 22. This time the experts got it more accurate than the fans. But either way, a 22 and a 28 is terrible. But like I said, if you watch it just visually, it looks fine. You just have to tolerate the terrible acting. And none of these people are big name actors. The daughter who grows up and kind of turns Mexican or a Latina when she's got a white the Spanish dad and Asian mom or something.
Yeah, and the mom is from Tron Ares. She plays.
I thought you were going to say what country she was from because we were talking about race, and you go Tron.
No, yeah, she's from Tron. It's a country that's far away.
Oh, okay. Never heard of it.
Yeah. And in Tron, she plays the Asian female good person, while the white male is the evil person. So I'm just not a fan of hers to begin with. I have nothing against her, but it's just like I won't see something because she's in it. It's like, oh, it's her. She's okay. And they did the same thing with Fear the Walking Dead. They did the multiracial family, which was kind of annoying. But because
it's the world I've come to terms with that. It's the world we live in now. Every commercial, every movie, they're all going to be interracial. It is what it is. That stuff, I had no issue with that at all.
I'm glad that it wasn't brought up, that they didn't point at the sea monsters going, "You're racist. You're racist. If we were white, this would have never happened." That I'm glad that never happened.
But the idea that they're in Seattle, much like LA or San Diego or San Francisco, there's pretty good odds a white dude is married to an Asian woman. So that's really, kind of worked. I didn't have any issue with that.
Yeah. It's another Netflix thing. They're so hit and miss. I mean, I wish I had that type of money to just throw at garbage.
Right.
And when I was watching it, I'm like, but before I really thought about it, I was like, okay, they're hitting everything. Like they came up with this idea, and then it's like, okay, so what if we run out of water? What do we do? So they solve it. Okay, what do we do if we run out of food? Okay, well, the guy's an engineer, so he makes a cage. Okay, great. What happens, when we run out of fertilizer? Oh, we use poop. So I'm thinking they're covering everything. It's like, oh, this is well thought out. Like, okay, this makes sense. But by the end of the movie, it's like,
call him bullshit. Call him bullshit. Call him bullshit. Yeah, some of the things and gadgets he makes and able to get his car started 5 years later, bruh. Let's just not even talk about the gasoline sitting for 5 years. Gasoline does have a shelf life, and it also evaporates. The tires may, but yeah, you're probably going to need to pump the tires.
The air just working.
Oh no, it definitely does. Yeah,
I mean, you can have a car out here for a year and the car's down to the ground.
But that you could fix. He could have a bicycle pump and go for a half hour.
Oh my god, that'd be his.
You would. It would suck.
Then it should say he starts on the first tire with just the tire pump. 5 years later, he's still on the first tire.
Yeah. But on top of that, they've gone 5 years now without electricity.
Well, it's
how the fuck did the battery have any charge left in it? That battery would have been dead as fuck. There's no way that car battery is working. The car battery.
It's
gonna die after like 2 years.
A lot of the stuff didn't, because you have something like A Quiet Place. And the kids drove me fucking nuts.
Yeah.
That is my major complaint with those movies, is the kids. And it's like, you live in a land of monsters that can hear a feather drop. Why are you doing anything to make noise? And I gotta say, the wife has a baby. I would smother that baby. That baby would cause so many problems, and then you have food. So there you go. And it's there are so many of these movies that are into the world with creatures where people just do incredibly stupid things that I have a feeling that a normal person wouldn't do.
Yeah. So we'll move on now. The movie sucked ass. Don't do it. Fluffy brings up a question. Getting back to some of the comments. Fluffy says OGP is looking like an old Matthew Lillard in the thumbnail. Fluffy, go fuck yourself, because Matthew Lillard is 4.5 years older than me. But the angry face I kind of see it, kind of get it. But my question would be, who's in the thumbnail here? Who's scarier looking? Who would you fear more if you ran across us in our prison apparel there, and you saw us looking all angry face like that? Who scares you more? John, do you think you're scarier looking than me, or am I scarier looking?
I don't know.
We're both pretty scary. You went with the bald head, which usually is a sign of being a tough guy. I got my hair, which is like the sign of being like the low key guy you wouldn't expect to be the bad guy. So I am early Walter White. You're later Walter White, right?
There we go. Well, one of the people in the chat just said this, and I just checked it out. Hayden, how do you say it?
Panettiere
died.
Really? What?
Yeah. 36. And I just checked. It says right here, August 16th, today.
Holy crap. Yeah. Representatives confirmed her death to ABC News. Actress Hayden Panettiere dies at 36. Jimmy Kimmel will be crying tonight. I'm seeing Jimmy Kimmel. She's died. A representative confirmed. It was profound sadness that we shared this tragic passing of our beloved Hayden. She was an incredible light and a force of nature who brought immeasurable love and joy to all who knew her and to the millions who watched her on screen. Her representative said in a statement. Further details were not immediately available. Wow, that is crazy. And I mean, and that news, at least on ABC, broke like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, thank you for letting us know. And I'm not sure how to say your name, so I'll say 577. I apologize. I don't know how to say your name there.
Wow. I was just about to get back to the comments, but this is pretty significant. She was just in Until Dawn. Oh no, she was the voice. Was she actually in the movie Until Dawn, or just a voice? I don't know if she was in Until Dawn, but she was. Well, no, video game. It keeps saying video games. Let's see.
Oh, no. She voiced it in the PlayStation 4 game.
Okay. Looking for movies that, Heroes, the TV show, 73 episodes of that. I think a lot of folks, that's where they would know her from. I know the name. She was in 4 episodes of Malcolm in the Middle, and a lot of voice acting stuff. She was Kingdom Hearts 2 voice actor. She was in a movie called Racing Stripes in 2005. More Kingdom Hearts video game stuff. Remember the Titans? She was in that. She was a voice of Dot in A Bug's Life.
She's done a ton of stuff. She definitely had a career, that's for sure.
Yes. No, I mean, and I'm trying to figure out what I would have known her from. I guess I've never seen anything.
Well, you would know her from Scream 4.
Scream 4. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, and then she was back in Scream Well, 5, right? Or 6. No, she's in 5. She's in Scream 5.
Yeah. Because she's what's his name's daughter, right? Or no, I can't remember.
No, she plays we think that she dies in Scream 4, but then she comes back as the FBI agent.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yep.
So it was 5 because they discussed the whole Matthew Lillard, is he alive or not? Is his character alive or not?
Yeah. Oh, that's wrong. I gotta remove this. I was going to just, yeah, there she is. That's, I think, is in Scream. Yeah. And Scream 6.
Yeah.
Scream 6. So yeah, just absolutely crazy. Man, they say she died, not like she was killed. So I would imagine died would seem to be either natural causes, hopefully not drug overdose or suicide, but died is not like killed, like if it was a car accident or something like that. Let's see. Hollywood Reporter says looks like basically the same thing, no details. Maybe I'll pull up TMZ real quick. I hate TMZ. But let's see if they have anything. Best known for her roles in Heroes. Oh, the show Nashville. She passed away earlier on Sunday. She had an off again, on again. Boyfriend Brian Hickson flew from LA to the South. We're told Brian's family is aware, and sources say it's a sad situation. Okay, let me read this again. TMZ says sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Hayden passed away earlier on Sunday. We're told she and her on again, off again, Brian Hickerson, flew from Los Angeles to the South. Not specifically where, but just the South. We're told Brian's family is aware, and sources say it is a sad situation.
This is poorly constructed.
Yeah. So, well, let me
threw it together really fast to get it out there.
Well, it's a quote, and a lot of times quotes on paper don't come across like what somebody was saying, but there it is. That's what I was looking at right there. So maybe that's Hayden and Milo in Heroes. It is with profound sadness. So we've already read that. She became a household name as a child actress before landing her breakout role as cheerleader on Heroes. Later starred on Nashville. I'll keep reading. I think it's going to go more into her bio at this point than it is details about her. So we're told she and her on again, off again, Brian Hickerson, flew from LA to the South on Saturday. We're told Brian's family is aware, and sources say this is the big key. It's a sad situation. On again, off again. So maybe they were fighting. I hope, I really hope, we'll find out. It is what it is. But were they fighting and he killed her?
Oh.
Were they fighting and she killed herself? Were they fighting and drugs got involved or something? Scary, tragic stuff, man. But yeah, that's right there from TMZ.
Wicked Network is saying that she drowned.
Oh, she drowned. Okay. So maybe they were swimming somewhere. So yeah, forgive me, everybody. They saying she drowned on Facebook. Okay, wow. Oh, her brother died in 2023. Wow, I didn't know that. Probably heard that news at some point. Man, Well, we'll leave TMZ and see if we can find some other news about her here. Tragic stuff, man. Yeah, no, and she was so great in Scream.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here's people ask what happened to her. Yeah, I can't find anything about like more details.
Yeah, I probably won't hear anything until tomorrow.
Yeah, interesting. She gave up custody of her daughter. Interesting. Well, if she drowned, and then here lies the question: if she drowned, was she swimming or did she drown in a bathtub because she passed out or something?
Well, was it with Matthew Perry? Wasn't it that he was
hot tub, right? He was in a jacuzzi.
Hot tub, yeah, but he was on medication because he got addicted to.
Yeah.
I forget what drug he got addicted to, but it was something that he started on the show on Friends, and he never kind of got out of that. So so he drowned in there. I think he passed out, and he just ended up drowning.
Yeah. Well, and I think it was like painkillers. They're like gateway drug that usually lead to other things, or just more intense painkillers that cause, like Michael Jackson, this painkiller addiction, and then you have a shithead doctor who feeds your addiction. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see here. I hate this. Oh, you can read our article if you pay for a subscription. Fuck you. Just put a commercial. Let me put up an ad. I don't want to pay for your subscription. Looking at now Sky News, and they just have the basic gist there. The same thing everybody else has put out so far. Sad stuff. Miranda, what's up, Miranda? And I saw Miranda commented earlier. She was saying John and his hate watching, which was funny.
Love hate watching. Hi, Miranda.
They're saying a pulmonary embolism. So if she had, is that like a pulmonary embolism? Is that with the heart? Like a, let's see. Pulmonary embolism, sudden life-threatening blockage in the lung artery. So instead of like a stroke, a artery clogged in the brain, it's in the lungs. So, and yeah, shortness of breath and stuff. So you could see if she was in a bathtub or she was anywhere in water, that could have caused her to drown or whatever. But this is very interesting. She said it was postpartum depression, addicted, that led to the decision.
Oh, that's giving up her child.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, man. And that's, this is one of the things, and I'm not suggesting by any means that, she took her own life. Don't get me wrong. But it's just one of the things with postpartum depression. You never know what's going on in somebody else's life, how depressed or not they are. People walk around smiling and friendly and normal appearing and really have a lot of pain in them. And it's just a reminder just to be nice to people, because you never know what somebody's going through.
They say that people who commit suicide are happiest right before they do it. So people will say, I don't know why he or she would take their life. They were so happy because
they appeared outwardly happy. Well, they appeared outwardly.
Well, happy. No, not they are happy because they know on Tuesday at 3:00, I'm going to take my life, and it's done. I'm out of here.
Oh,
and so they're happy. It's like, I know this is finished. I know I'm done. I don't have to deal with, my depression anymore. And so they are happy. Because they've already picked a day, a time, a way of doing it. Unlike 2 months earlier, where people would be like, yeah, he seemed really depressed. He seemed really bad. So it's
Yeah,
but it's we'll know in the next few days. That sucks. She was a good actress,
sure.
and loved her in both Screams, and would like to have seen her in more. But you
Yeah,
know,
well, and as famous as she was, I don't even think it's going to take days for official reports to come out. Miranda, where did you see that? That's I'm trying to talk and be involved, engaged here with the viewers, and so it's hard to do too much research while trying to figure out what's going on here. But yeah, very, very sad stuff, man. Very sad stuff. This makes it a real shit transition to wherever we're going next. So I'm going to go back. We're going to say hello and go through some of the other comments. Maybe we'll dive in to Hayden a little bit more before we wrap up tonight to see if we can learn anything else. Very tragic. 36, man. Devastating. Robert C, what's going on, Robert? How you doing? Jamie Norwood, what is up? How are you? Let's see here. Nate and Cosmo says the end of the movie was just be kind to the alien. So dumb. I know. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of It, the end of It. Oh, we just talk to Pennywise and we tell him, all we got to do is talk. All we got to do is be nice and they'll go away. I don't like that kind of end. Most people have more than one gun. Also, I would have lit up the giant squid alien coming in the house. So I don't know that most. I know there's more guns in the United States than there are like the rest of the world combined, but you got to remember this is a very liberal family. Like them or not, it's a very liberal family. They're not going to have guns. And the way the mom reacted, I would imagine most liberal moms would freak out if they found out that suddenly there was a gun in their house. But I think a lot of people that own guns do have more than one. Most people that would go out and purchase guns, they're not stopping at one. So you do got a point, but I think that only applies to gun owners, which I don't know what the percentage in the United States of gun owners are. I think it's about half. DG was cracking. We went and saw the Train to Busan 10th anniversary. Very nice. John, have you ever watched Train to Busan?
yes, it's a good movie.
Okay, good. And there's Elika letting us know. So thank you for that. How you doing, Elika?
Elika. Sorry, I wasn't trying to pronounce that.
Oh yeah, Elika. Yeah, it's Elika. I think I get her last name right. Ihulani. Like Polynesian.
I'm bad at
OGP,
that.
how are you, buddy? What's up? But I think Lee, I think you were saying buddy. But LC, what's cracking? How you doing? Are you going to Knott's Nightmare review? You know what? I haven't asked for badges or anything in a while. So no, I don't see myself, especially now, with dog passing away. I'm just not going to be up for anything like that. Yeah, no, definitely didn't see that coming. Definitely did not. Let's see here. Hope you go to Castle Dark again. Keep up the good content. LC, yeah, no, and if you're still there, I know this comment's 15 minutes ago. Yeah, Castle Dark, man, I did a video, they loved it, and they're like, oh, free tickets anytime you want. And then the next time I message them for a badge, I got ghosted. So I was like, maybe I have the wrong email address or something now. I think maybe that person I was dealing with before moved on. But that's a place I would enjoy going back to. But I'd love to run into you one of these days at another event. She just published her memoir too. Hayden did. Man, this is very interesting. Very interesting. But Robert, I think, why can't, there we go. My thing was freezing up. Robert, what's up? Man, the internet's acting goofy. Just be nice to people because you don't know what they're going through. Great saying OGP. Well, thank you, Sean. No, it's very true. No, nobody, you just don't know. You just don't know. I am wonderful, OGP and John. Glad to hear it, Jamie. So with that being said, I do want to transition to in which I definitely am not going to play our pickups intro with the person that ends that video right now. But I do have a pickup. John, do you have any pickups today?
None.
I have one, and this was unfortunate, unexpected, and an accident. I accidentally have a pickup. Do you believe me, John?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay, so a week ago, there was an auction on Whatnot, and Wet Movie One and I are addicted to Whatnot, so I have to keep uninstalling it from my phone so I don't buy shit. Well, this auction started at 2 a.m. and Wet Movie One is in there, and he's bidding for stuff. So I'm like, what is this guy doing awake at 2 a.m.? He has to get up for work in like 4 hours. So maybe even less than that. So I'm like, what is he doing up? So he bid on this item that I have here. And I thought as a joke that I would outbid him, figuring this would go for more than what it did, $30. So with tax and shipping, everything, I spent about $40 on this. Nobody else bid on it, and I could not believe it. So I am now, as a joke, the proud owner of a Chucky lunchbox. He wants you as a best friend. There's the nice side of Chucky right there. And then we turn it around, and the reason it was in this auction is because it is signed by Alex Vincent, who plays
Andy.
Thank you. Not a Chucky fan. Wouldn't even remember. That's why it is hilarious that I own this now.
I'm surprised you haven't offered it to me to buy.
Didn't I? I think I messaged you once saying that maybe I would see if you wanted to buy it off me, but I may not have, or I may have sent it in one of my bulk messages where I send you a lot of messages, and maybe you didn't hear one or something. I don't know, but I meant to ask you if we maybe we should make a deal or something. He wants you as a best friend, but I could totally see you owning something like this.
I am having my Chucky issues these days.
I know, but this is old Chucky. Or is it? Let's see. What does it say on the bottom? Surreal Limited. There's your COA right there, your proof that it's a legit autograph. Chucky franchise, Universal Studios, Seed of Chucky. Focus features. So this is from Seed of Chucky. Are you good with Seed of Chucky?
Well, how much did you pay for it?
Total $40, about right at $40.
So you're already getting Wicked Networks says I'll do 60 for it.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Auction time. OGP's
I'll give you 500 for it. Take
Deal.
that, Wicked Network.
Deal. But this is what's kind of cool. It made me go like, well, if nobody wants it, maybe I'll just hold on to it. Is inside, it's even got the thermos. I
okay.
Careful with the autograph. So still sealed in the plastic, and it's got the little cardboard so it doesn't roll around in there.
Oh, sweet.
So there it is. And they're always doing conventions, so it would be very easy to go to a convention and get Jennifer Tilly or Ed Gale. Is he still around? And somebody else that's in the film. You could get.
I mean, yeah, you would get Chucky himself, to sign it.
Yeah. So wasn't that Ed Gale?
No, Ed Gale was one of the little people that played him running around. But I'm talking about what's his face.
The voice. Yeah.
And his daughter's now in the movies too. Who
was just at Creep I.E. Had I had this, they had like Chucky reunion at Creep I.E.
I wish to marry her. I really want to marry her.
Who? Jennifer Tilly?
No. Brad Dourif. Fiona
Oh,
Dourif.
Brad Dourif. Oh, yeah. No, yeah, and that's you could have totally got Brad Dourif at Creep I.E. But so there it is. There it is. So here's the issue with selling it to you, Wicked Network, which I would, but here's the catch: is this is going to cost me $20 to send it to you. So with that in mind, $60 breaks even for me, which I'm okay with. I'm not trying to make a profit off this. But let me really decide what I'm going to do with it. My initial thought, and I really did believe that I offered it to John if he wanted it.
Maybe I misunderstood. So, I am having some moral issues with Chucky, and maybe because that's of me changing sides, but I'm even looking at things that that I own that you've seen, like that big Chucky thing that's sitting on the shelf.
Oh yeah.
With like, I don't know, maybe I want to sell this stuff. So Chucky is kind of fallen off my Mount Rushmore. And there are other movies now that are kind of, or franchises that are ahead of it. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff says, careful, John may take you out to get that lunchbox. Take me out on a date or take me out like either way.
Maybe
John
both,
would probably go either
you know?
way. Yeah.
You know, take you out on a date, and then when I go home, you'll be like, "Oh, John, it was like boom," you know.
Wheel of Doom for Halloween. No, I'm not doing that on Wheel of Doom. The problem with that is it's just so damn expensive to ship. One thing I may put on a Wheel of Doom here at some point is this Punisher Funko, because I apparently have 3 of this. One of them is autographed, and I have 2 others of the Punisher. But I still have to take this out to John. John is getting this. Joanna from Office Space, my backup of that.
Oh yeah. So thanks. Yeah, that I do appreciate.
But
that's great.
Yeah. So we'll see what to do with that. But that's it. That's and I know Antonis would love it. Antonis is a big Chucky fan. I think Chucky is his favorite franchise. So yes. And Antonis is getting ready to go to Greece, his home country, his native land.
Very I've heard it's the word.
Go to Greece. Yeah. I think there's a couple different letters in that Greece. It's spelled a little bit different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it is the word. Also, the bird is the word, is what I've heard too.
No, don't say that.
Yeah. I don't have a Peter Griffin in here. How do I not have a Peter Griffin? Nah. We can Rickroll you, but I can't Peter Griffin you. So that's my pickup right then and there. And John has no pickups. So it's so morbid now to dive into our favorite serial killers.
I know it's a little
after learning that Hayden Panettiere has just passed away. Sad stuff. But we did promise it. I do want to do it. But maybe it will just be not as goofy as originally planned. Why? Look, I wish we could be bigger and have this thing in here, but I can make it bigger. Let's see. Oh, I'm doing the wrong one. Hopefully, maybe this will work. But so I have a list here of 10 serial killers. We will we'll read the tabs about them and share the info so we can make our decisions. And I thought about doing regular tier list where we just rate them, but I don't want to do that. I want to actually rank these 10 individuals 1 through 10. I thought that would be kind of fun. So here we are, our favorite serial killers tier list. And so we have 10 slots there, and we have our 10 pictures down there. And so I'll remove this for now. And can I? Oh no, wait. I wish I could put two things up here at once, but it won't let me. It's a button.
I don't know why, because I do see YouTubers click. They're always flipping through tabs, and I can't figure out how they do it.
Well, so I could do this, but I don't know that I am too thrilled about doing it this way. Oh wait, well, hang on a second. Maybe I can do this. Where is? Maybe I can. Do.
Oh, by the way, the Nikki Obsession Funko Pop is already on pre-order, and it will be out November 30th.
Ah. How do I? I'm trying to like hide all my shit at the top that I just showed inadvertently a moment ago. There's a way to like split screen, screenshot, find more tools. I just don't know how to do this shit. I suck at it, and now I'm boring. Show tab groups. No. Show favorite bar. Never. Okay. Here we go. Let's do it this way. Let me remove this, and then let me try this now. Let's see how this looks. Very small. Maybe I can make this one smaller. No, that just shows all that stuff. Well, that's no good. That's my computer settings. Well, fuck a duck. How do I do this? I thought I was going to be able to just fucking show this shit. John, why are you making me look stupid?
Because I'm stupid and I don't know how to do it. I've been trying to figure out how to put up like at least two tabs that I can flip back and forth through. Otherwise, I got to completely get out of one, go into the other, then completely get out of that one, go back.
Yeah.
There's a way of doing it. I don't know what they're using, but you see Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker and Ryan Kendall and all these guys, you could see up on top, they have like 20 tabs and they just hit the tabs. And it's just like, I can't figure out how to do that.
Yeah. And tier list maker. Man, horror movie. Where's God? I am being boring as fuck now.
Yes.
This is not the page I want. So sorry, I'm almost there. I think maybe just a moment here. Oh, there we go. That's what I want. Okay, let's try this now. Okay, so over here we have our tier list, which maybe, and then over here we have our killers, but it's still kind of small to read, but you could see the pictures. So the number one on the list is Jack the Ripper. So I don't think we'll read all of it, but in 1888, London's Whitechapel district was gripped by reports of a vicious serial killer stalking the city streets. The unidentified madman, dubbed Jack the Ripper, lured prostitutes into darkened squares and side streets before slitting their throats and sadistically mutilating their bodies with a carving knife. That summer and fall, 5 victims were found butchered in the downtrodden East End district, sparking a media frenzy and citywide manhunt. They're saying it's possible. Over 100 suspects were proposed, but they never found Jack the Ripper. But I thought Jack the Ripper killed more people. Only 5 Whoas? Is that what you're telling me? He only killed 5 Whoas? Do you know any more about Jack the Ripper, John?
I know that they think that he was a doctor because of how he used the blade on the women's necks. So
Sure.
that,
Okay.
and they think that it also could be more than one person, which is why they never caught anybody. It's because it was different people. So,
yeah.
like maybe Jack the Ripper died and then somebody else came in.
Yeah. Copycat killer or something like that. Yeah. You can do it. I would also choose John Wayne Gacy and Ted Bundy as favorite serial killers. Yeah. They're on the list. So what I figured we would do is we have one here. So we're just putting him at the top because there's nobody to outrank Jack the Ripper now. And we'll go to our next killer and we'll decide which one goes up and which one goes down. So moving down the list here now, the next serial killer on the list, who is apparently in a video, is H.H. Holmes. Here we go. H.H. Holmes spent his early career, and so this is 10 notorious serial killers from History Channel, history.com. So I just figured we'd go with these and we would just rate these 10. Spent his early career as an insurance scammer. I like this guy. Before moving to, and I don't like, why do we got to kill Whoas? So shame on you, Jack the Ripper.
Because they have no souls. That's why.
I thought that was gingers.
Oh no, gingers are just gingers are the devil.
Oh, my fault. Okay.
Yeah.
Moved to Illinois in advance of the 1893 Chicago's World Fair to work as a pharmacist. It was there that Holmes built what he referred to as his murder castle. I like that. That's badass. You got a murder castle? Come on now. A 3-story inn that he secretly turned into a macabre torture chamber. Some rooms were equipped with hidden peepholes, gas lines, trapdoors, and soundproof padding, while others featured secret passages, ladders, and hallways that led to dead ends. This guy is doing some things here. There was also a grease is the word, chute that led to the basement where Holmes had installed a surgical table, a furnace, and even a medieval rack. This dude's badass. Holmes was eventually convicted of the murders of 4 people, but confessed to at least 27 more killings before he was hanged in 1896. There he is, Mr. H.H. Holmes. That's a fucked up dude right there.
So are we also going off of how famous they are or what they did? Because this guy is obviously worse than Jack the Ripper, but Jack the Ripper is more famous.
Yeah, no, we this ranking is how we think. It's our favorites. Do we like him better than Jack the Ripper? Just it's our favorites. That's all we're doing. So you pick whatever reason you like. Him.
Well, we all know that Jack the Ripper stole H.G. Wells' time machine and ended up in San Francisco, which is why they never caught him.
Oh.
You have not seen Time After Time, have you?
No, I haven't, apparently.
Time After Time is a great movie with Malcolm McDowell as H.G. Wells and David Warner as Jack the Ripper. Mary Steenburgen is in that film, and that's how she got the job in Back to the Future 3.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I do know the Cyndi Lauper song "Time After Time." Great too.
Yeah. For different things.
So I like H.H. Holmes more than Jack the Ripper. Do you disagree with that?
I do disagree with that.
You like Jack the Ripper more than H.H. Holmes?
Yeah, because Jack the Ripper had style.
But this guy had a castle, a murder castle.
I mean,
Okay. Well, let's put them both there because we may have to do some negotiating.
That's why I'm saying is it on the
There's
what the
no
people
criteria. It's
did,
what
or
you like more. You
I,
can
well,
base it on
I
style,
mean,
you can base it on fame, you can base it on what they did, the number. Because if you're saying, I don't want it to be, oh, this guy killed the most, so he's number one. I like this guy, H.H. Holmes, because this dude, not only did he have a basement and a furnace and a surgical table, but he had gas lines, trapdoors, soundproof. He put some serious effort into his kills.
but sometimes it's quality, not quantity.
Yeah, true, and I am okay with that. And that's
Okay,
where
so
you can,
for right now,
whatever.
let's do Jack the Ripper as number 2. I
Okay,
already know on this list who's going to be my number 1 anyways. So
okay. So and then so what we're gonna do is each one we go down, we'll find out how far up the list they go. So Peplinsky, what's up? Cool video tonight. Hope you guys are doing well. We hope you are doing well as well. There was a theory that H.H. Holmes was actually Jack the Ripper. Same time frame, right?
I heard that maybe John Holmes with his giant penis was Jack the Ripper.
Dudes like Dexter. Yeah, no, seriously, this is like an 1800s Dexter Morgan right there. Yeah. Whoa, as a ginger, be careful with that hard R. John, how weird is gonna light you up, sir?
I'm only going off of facts.
So some shit says Jack the Ripper was a hoax, never actually happened. It was a scare tactic, unless we're talking about a film. No, we're not talking about a film. We're talking about supposedly real life serial killers. And if I miss anybody's comments, please forgive me. I'm going to try and stay up as we're reading through this. All hear my warning, never turn your back. Yep, no, you can't turn your back on Jack the Ripper. So then here we go. Moving on to number 3. And this is not our ranking. This is the order they're in here. Belle Gunness, Lady Bluebeard. So we're going to refer to her as Lady Bluebeard.
No idea who she is.
Immigrated to the United States from Norway in 1881 and settled in Chicago. Chicago, man. These people like killing in Chicago. That's what's in the hot dogs back in the 1800s. You got to watch out. You might be eating human livers in them hot dogs over there in Chicago. Her and her husband had 4 children, 2 of whom died young, and ran a candy store. Candy store killer. We're liking this. By 1900, the store had mysteriously burned down, and Gunness' husband was dead, although both happened under suspicious circumstances. She was able to collect multiple insurance policy payouts, allowing her to purchase a farm in LaPorte, Indiana. She quickly remarried, but just 8 months later, her second husband died. Ooh, she's one of those. Okay.
She's a black widow.
While an inquest was held, there was no proof of foul play, leading to another hefty insurance payout. She began placing newspaper advertisements in search of a third husband, with the requirement that potential suitors had to visit her Indiana farm. Wow, devious woman here. Several prospective suitors made the trek only to disappear forever. Only one man made it out alive after reportedly waking up to see a sinister-looking Gunness standing over him. Nobody knows for certain just how many people she murdered, but it seems she herself met a grisly end in February 1908. A fire devastated the farm. Amongst the wreckage were the bodies of her and her remaining children and the decapitated corpse of a woman. Although officials said the remains belonged to Gunness, doubt quickly spread. She was Jax the Ripper. Jax. I've been watching a lot of Sons of Anarchy.
Jax with an X.
Yes. Although officials was much smaller than the tall, heavy-set Belle. The search for her missing head, which never turned up, led to gruesome discovery of almost a dozen bodies, including the missing suitors and her children.
She's not even hot.
No, I mean, but back in the day, all they had was newspaper articles.
So
They
is this
didn't have.
is this like the Cindy Crawford of that time? That like was this
No,
considered
oh
hot?
no. Well, but back then, a plump woman was more attractive because she was wealthy, because she had enough money to eat a lot of food to gain weight.
Yeah,
It
because she
was
was
like a
eating
thing
people.
back then. Yeah, why it didn't say that, but killed up to 15 men for their insurance. Hilarious. Um,
So where does she go then?
so here's the question now. So let's bring her up. She killed up to 15 dudes for insurance reasons. So she was killing to make money. She was killing for profit. The others appeared to be just killing for pleasure. Like, I'm going to kill John Ward if he doesn't drink some Kafifi and quit yawning. Here, John, have a monster, a Red Bull.
I'm actually drinking out of my Freddy Krueger mug. I thought that this would be
very
appropriate
nice
for tonight's show.
Yeah. So she was killing for money, and she didn't do anything with the bodies. They say there was a woman found with the head cut off. Who would the woman be with the head cut off if it wasn't her? But if this woman was skinnier and stuff, who knows?
Well,
maybe
but
she escaped.
did she cut her own head off?
Maybe, yeah, maybe she knew somebody was onto her, and she said, I got to get out of here. I'll cut this woman's head off. I'll burn the farm down. I'll take the money and run, and I'll get out of town and let the farm burn down and let everybody think that was me that died.
Well, yeah, if you cut the head off, and they didn't have the technology back then, so they would probably just assume it's her.
Then she roamed the countryside, turning men to stone by making them look at the eyes of the head she had cut off. She's really Medusa is what she is.
Oh, wow.
Jeff used to hunt in LaPorte, Indiana all the time. Nothing but woods and farmland. Well, if you ever ran across a dead, and you're not near Indiana now, but if you ever stumbled across a dead body, you may know something about where it came from. Some shit says that H. Holmes had a game based about him controlling robot mannequins. Continue his legacy at the hotel. Sounds weird, but it was quite good. That is interesting. Holmes and JTR were contemporaries, and theory was Jack the Ripper fled London to the U.S. Yeah,
he took a time machine. He took H.G. Wells' time machine and ended up in San Francisco in the 80s.
Ain't that some shit? She looks like she can make some good cookies. She does look like she would make some good cookies. You would go over to her house and she would send you home with like a pecan pie or something.
Flesh cookies.
Yeah. That's Auntie Lee. Auntie Lee's meat pies right there. Fun movie if you haven't seen it. So there we are. Now we have H.H. Holmes, Jack the Ripper, and Lady Bluebeard. I think I would leave her at the bottom of those three so far.
I think she should go to 1.
Why would you say that?
Because she kind of seems to just be like a female version of H.H. Holmes,
And that just being a female serial killer makes her more badassery?
Well, I mean, there aren't a lot of also female serial killers. I mean, that's very rare.
True. Very true.
So we could only have one number 1?
Well, yeah, because we have 1 through 10. We're putting them in order.
So HH right now, or number 1, make her 2 then.
Okay. Yeah, no, as we go, we're gonna put all of these in the order we think. And each one we add, we have to shuffle them down.
Gotcha. Okay.
So there you go. Okay. Number 4.
Number
Ed
1
Gein.
automatically. Number 1 automatically.
The Butcher of Plainfield. The man, we got it. We still got to give him his due. We still got to give him his screen time here. The man whose macabre and horrific acts help inspire Psycho, Silence of the Lambs, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and many other movies.
Yeah.
Grew up in rural Wisconsin farming town. Ed Gein had an isolated, troubled childhood. His father was an alcoholic, and his puritanical, if I said that right, domineering mother instilled her son a pathological fear of both women and sex. When his father, brother, and mother died within a 5-year period, he was left alone at the family farm, where he eventually cordoned off parts of the house, turning it into a shrine of sorts to his mother. Now, my mustachery is very itchy right now. Have you seen the Charlie Hunnam Ed Gein movie? I know there's lots of Ed Gein movies and stuff. Have you seen it, or was that a mini series that came out not too long ago?
It was a mini series that was not correct. It's the one that gets criticized the most. It's a Ryan Murphy, and it's almost just like any of them. You know, like Kane Hodder played him, and that's the one that Tom Devlin worked on. There was also one with what's his face, who played Charles Manson. Yeah, the one with Charles is not correct. So he would be my favorite serial killer. He's the creepiest serial killer. He's been used. You know, people have taken from him, and all these, you know, put stuff from him into the movies. He's my favorite one. I mean, his furniture was all made out of like human flesh, bones. He did have a woman upside down spread like you know, Terrifier would do. And he basically did what he shouldn't have done. He shit in his own backyard and kidnapped a woman from a diner. And that's what got him caught. He was kidnapping people from other places and bringing them to his farm. But instead, he killed locally. And that was the wrong thing to do. Yeah. He did make a flesh suit of a woman, and he would dance in the moonlight in the flesh suit. Yeah.
So he would probably fuck himself really hard.
I would fuck myself.
I like Ed Gein because he looks like a fucking serial killer. Look at his face. He looks like a monster, like a maniac. There are images of him that remind me. I wonder if Jack Nicholson tried to look like Ed Gein in The Shining. Like there's times where I see that creepy smile and eyes and stuff. Like Jack Nicholson, I think, could have played a great Ed Gein a long time ago. I will not argue with you about that. At this point, we still have 6 others to discuss. We'll see how it goes. No, Ryan Murphy said he was a raging homosexual.
So gay people think everybody is homosexual. I mean, I don't know how many times I've been around a gay person who will sit there and say that they could turn any straight guy because all straight guys are gay. So that's just nothing. I have gay friends, nothing against them or anything, but they do believe that everybody
they all do
is gay. And Ryan Murphy is very hit and miss with me on stuff. Overall, I'm watching his new show, The Shreds, but it's which I'm enjoying. But
is that horror?
No, there is a serial killer in it, but it's like Less Than Zero meets like The Night Strangler, like Richard,
kind of like crime drama, kind of.
It's a group of rich and wealthy friends, and they hit parties and it takes place in the 80s, and they do parties and drunk and all that. But one by one, and these kids are getting, these high schoolers are being killed off. Okay. So by a serial killer. I like it for that. So, but of course there are gay characters and things like that because, well, Ryan Murphy's gay.
Sure. Jeff says, we have a local guy here that walks the ditches near the road searching for cans. Several years ago, he found a human head. He waited until the next day to call the police because he found it after 5. How funny. The police went home for the day. It's after 5. It's supper time.
I think it's very courteous of him. I think that's that's very nice of him.
Didn't want him to have to go work all night, hunt for body parts in the dark. Let him wait till the sun's shining. It's a beautiful day. Body parts are scattered to boot.
We have plenty of storage units to rent.
Yeah, probably a lot of body parts, throughout those storage units there. So You never know. You just never know. A guy across the state line was killing hookers and dumping the parts here. That sounds like one of those. What's that show? It's like one of those true crime shows where they talk about killers and stuff. And I saw one about somebody that was killing hookers and dumping them in like the ditches next to the roads.
Were they burning the witches at the same time?
They were digging through the ditches. I don't know if they burned the witches, but they did drive a Dragula.
Gotcha.
Exactly. It was sarcasm. Ryan Murphy sucks in my book, makes everything queer when it's not. Yeah, I don't like when people do that. And here's the thing. If you're a gay filmmaker and people give you money to make films and you want to make it gay, that's your prerogative. But the rest of us don't have to watch either. Like a Frankenhooker. Yeah, maybe that's what he was doing. He was taking some of the parts and going to put them all together and try and make a Frankenhooker.
Best parts. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, can you blame him?
No.
If you lived in rural South Carolina, you would understand his logic. Oh my God.
Jeff, where were you that night?
Yeah, Jeff, we're going to need, where's your alibi, sir?
I have the feeling his message said you would understand my logic. Oh crap, backspace.
So then here we go. Another legendary killer here. We have Ted Bundy, the campus killer. I love how they start off with handsome, well-educated.
He was a very good-looking guy, and women wanted to marry him.
Look at the picture here. He kind of looks like Rob Lowe a little bit in that picture.
Well, look how he's standing. This is a confident dude.
He's Rico. Suave. He seemed like the unlikeliest of serial killers. That made this decade-long multi-state killing spree all the more surprising and to some appealing. Born to an unwed teenage mother, Bundy never learned his father's identity and was raised believing that his grandmother was actually his mother and his mother was his sister. Man, this is that's we stole some of this for an episode of Sons of Anarchy. I know this for sure. Following a difficult adolescence, Bundy graduated from the University of Washington, soon embarked on a murderous spree, killing his first victim in Seattle in 1966. Was Bundy the basis for American Psycho? Sounds like American Psycho.
No, Bundy was, so the woman that he was seeing with the kid, he was like really nice to the woman and the kid. They had no idea. He was like a total like great guy with them. If you remember in Silence of the Lambs, there's the van and he's trying to get the sofa in and he has the broken arm. Yeah. That's Bundy. Bundy would do that. He would pull up, he had the cast, and he would make the women get in, and then he would hit them with the cast.
Okay.
He would go on to college campuses with sororities, and he would break in and just go room to room, stabbing doing more than stabbing. He was like destroying them. Yeah. He escaped twice. One time he was in court, and they put him into a room, and he crawled out through the vent. Wow. And then went up into the mountains and murdered more people.
Yeah.
And it was, Bundy was God, he would probably be my second favorite. I mean, this guy was amazing.
Oh yeah. Well, and look at this. You and I love sorority house murder movies. And he killed several members of a sorority his final victim, a 12-year-old girl who he raped and murdered. Man, what a bastard. I am with you though. He is definitely my number 2.
Yeah, he was so confident and had such an ego that he represented himself in court. He felt that he fired his lawyers, represented himself because women loved him. And he was so smooth, and he was that tennis pro. So he would be, you would see him on tennis courts with the rackets, and he'd have the towel around him. And this guy was like the most charming person, and then he
Yeah.
would just murder you horribly. I mean,
Wow.
it was I've watched the TV movie that was made with him, with I want to say Zach Braff, but it's the other Zach, who was in High School Musical. He actually did a really good job as Ted Bundy, and it was pretty right on,
Okay.
with what he did. And because he also used to drive around in like an old VW Bug, and he would go to beaches and he would look for people, on the
Wow.
beach, and he would try to kidnap them from the beach. And some people escaped and some didn't. But it's yeah,
Crazy.
like how weird. I said like 3 times. Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he just kept escaping, just
Yeah.
over and over again.
Yeah, this is fun too. He became a media star, welcoming journalists to his cell, receiving letters of admiration from lovelorn fans, and even married one of them.
Yeah.
And providing an endless list of clues about additional murders he might have committed in the hopes of delaying his execution. It didn't work. He was executed in electric chair in 1989, with true number of victims unknown.
Yeah, they think that it was a lot more than what he's saying. His big thing was that so he wouldn't be executed, which he cried like a bitch going to. Mr. Tough Guy Murderer like bawled his eyes out. He sat there and said, look, why don't you use me? The FBI, CIA, all these people, you police, use me. Since I've killed people, I can tell you what other serial killers are doing if you don't execute me.
Yeah.
And they're like, no.
Yeah, I mean, was kind of a great strategy if you think about it. If you have no other hope and you're going to the electric chair, why not throw that out there and be like, yeah, I can help you. You want to know where these dead people are? I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's like when you have a hacker, you don't put the hacker in jail, you hire the hacker.
Yeah,
because then
you put them to work. Yeah. Jeff says on his alibi, no comment. Don't push it. He's warning us.
I don't know. I can see your eyes there, Jeff. I don't know.
Bundy was a biter and was particularly dangerous because he was intelligent. Cray. Yeah, how weird. So on here it says something. It said something about escaping. Where did I see the number of escapes? I saw something about twice at least, but yeah, that's crazy.
He definitely did twice.
Sean says fa better run. Love that song. My favorite Talking Heads song. Love it. And maybe there's just a music video with clips from My Friend Dahmer, or is it My Friend? I think it's My Friend Dahmer. That's in that video. Love that movie. My Friend Dahmer.
I own that movie, but I've never seen it.
Oh, so good. So good. Jonathan Davis from Korn owns Ted's Beetle, or way. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that would have been destroyed.
If he sold it, he probably sold it to Zach Baggins. So Ted Bundy. So there we go. Number 2, Teddy. So far we have Ed Gein, Ted Bundy, H.H. Holmes, Lady Bluebeard, and Jack the Ripper.
Jack, you just should have done more, man.
Yeah. 4, 5 is not enough. 5 who is. Nobody cares about who is.
No.
John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown. Clowns and killing. To most of his suburban Chicago neighbors, John Wayne Gacy was a friendly man who threw popular block parties, volunteered in local Democratic politics. Well, fuck this guy. Had a successful, and no wonder he's a killer, right? Had a successful construction business and often performed as a clown at local children's parties. But Gacy, who had at one point served a stint in prison for sexually assaulting a teenage boy, was hiding horrific secret right beneath his neighbor's unseeing eyes. In 1978, police obtained a search warrant for Gacy's house after a 15-year-old boy in search of construction work and last seen with Gacy went missing. At the home, authorities found a class ring and clothing belonging to several young men who were previously reported missing. In a 4-foot crawl space beneath the house where a penetrating odor was present, they were shocked to find the decomposing bodies of 29 boys and teenagers that Gacy had raped and murdered. Gacy's ex-wife had complained about the odor for years while they were still married, but Gacy had chalked it up to moisture caused mildew. This is interesting. I wonder, the black phone, the way the bodies were under the house, it was across the street, of course. I wonder if we got a little motivation from Gacy for that. But John, you wouldn't know anybody who's ever portrayed John Wayne Gacy in a movie, have you?
I do. That would be John Crius, and I played his therapist. So, and Gacy is he would probably be number 3 for me. But it's there is, God, who is it? I tried looking it up and I can't find it. There is a famous, well, maybe it's a filmmaker. There's a famous filmmaker whose student film, their poster, is made by Gacy, but before he was John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah.
Like when he was just doing art. This filmmaker, I'm pretty sure it's a filmmaker who is now a big filmmaker. On their student film, they're like, hey, you know, can you paint me a poster? And he did a poster for it. But I'm blanking on who it is. But it's Gacy, I have always found fascinating. So it's because nobody, you know, suspected this, except when all of a sudden it would be, oh, Steve, why don't you come over and help me on this project? And then all of a sudden, Steve never showed up again. And it'd be, oh, Steve quit. He wasn't working out. And the whole clown thing and him being around kids, and it was
the like pedophilia and the sex with the teenage boys and kids and stuff, that makes me not like him as much. But How Weird confirms that use that as an inspiration. And the Gacy movie, and I had that, I gave it away. It was a giveaway on a video a while back on a Wheel of Doom. I gave away a picture, of John Wayne Gacy, signed by the dude played Francis from Pee-wee's. I've always wondered if the Old West or pioneer days were full of serial killers. How could you connect the dots back then? Seems like you could whack anybody on the trail or the remote homestead. And Jeff, that is part of my reasoning for my argument of where John Wayne Gacy should be, because when we look at H.H. Holmes or Lady Bluebeard or Jack the Ripper, they didn't have, and I mean, as time went on, nowadays you have to deal with DNA, video cameras everywhere, and just more people in general. And so it's harder, so much harder now to be a serial killer nowadays than it would have been in the 1800s, I think. And I do think that adds to his lure or credibility, or because it had to be harder for him to be a killer than it would have, even though I fucking love, you got a castle, a torture castle, a killer's castle. That's fucking awesome. But I think because of the fact that it was harder for Gacy to do it, charged with 33 murders. Yeah, I think Gacy goes, I think I'm in agreement with you. And I think we just are shuffling these down. And I think Gacy goes in there at number 3. Are we good so far with the ranking, John?
I think so.
Okay. Slack Wolf still loves Alexandra Daddario boobs dripping Oh, dripping, damn it. I still do. Yeah. Well,
I agree.
There's nothing wrong with dripping boobs. No, or
No.
what are we dripping? We're dripping
Well, hopefully
milk.
not lactating.
It's not as bad as it seems.
Oh God.
Someone
Or
who
as you would say, Jesus Christ.
jizz cries. Someone
Jesus
who rapes
Christ.
teenage boys or girls needs a death penalty immediately. Antonis, no, you're correct. You are correct. And because of like, I don't know if he would have moved up to 1 or 2 for me if it was just anybody in general more than specifically little boys. But man, a real life clown killer, get the fuck out of here. That deserves a lot of credit right there.
But I don't think he killed anybody as the clown.
No.
He just went to, he would basically kill somebody and then dress up as the clown and then go to a kid's party.
Yeah.
And of course, don't forget his paintings. His paintings are famous. In Joker and Joker 2, there's a lot of Pogo. And Pogo is the clown that he's portraying.
Oh, yeah.
And so there is Gacy. That's it. The director, what's his face, who directed The Hangover, Joker, he's the one. That's why Pogo's in the Joker movies, is because Todd, I'm fucking blanking on his name, the director of The Hangover and Joker, he's the one who got the poster made by Gacy for a student film, which is why Gacy is in like pictures and stuff in Joker 1 and 2.
I am Todd Phillips.
Yeah, Todd Phillips. That's it.
Okay. I am multi-screening here, so it took me a moment. I got fucking all these windows open. Yeah, it is. Even if he didn't kill in a clown suit, being a killer clown is pretty badass. Some of those Old West gunslingers might have leaned that way. That's, you don't know, back in the Old West, how many people were killed and they could have, blamed it on Indians or just left the body rotting somewhere, would have never been found. Gacy loved Elvis, so that's a plus for. Well, there you go. That solidifies that number 3
He kind
ranking.
of does look like Fat Elvis right there. Like sitting on the toilet.
At least he doesn't look like Fat Jesus. Not you, Fat Jesus. I'm sure many serial killers went unnoticed in the past. Oh yeah. Also, the scene in Black Phone where the police break into the home, but it was dummy home, was an homage to Silence of the Lambs. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, and Buffalo Bill blew up those cops. At least Black Phone didn't blow him up. New movie is, did he blow him up? Am I misremembering?
No. They just went into the wrong house.
Okay, what movie am I thinking of where the cops went to the wrong house intentionally and it blew him up? What am I I can't remember what I'm thinking of. The new movie is Pumpkinhead versus Chud. I would watch that. Can't imagine the smell of Gacy. Oh no, can you? The smell would be just insane. 20 some odd bodies.
Well, and when he couldn't do the bottom anymore, like the basement, he put him in the vents.
Yeah. Like, how do you not get busted for that a lot sooner?
I just don't think it's. I mean,
yeah, cray.
It was a thing, but it wasn't a thing.
Yeah,
it's not like there was the internet or anything.
Well, and how close to the neighbors was he? Were the houses like they are now, where they're like 10 feet apart? Because if it was a little bit of distance between the homes,
you could throw some lime in there and stuff like that. So
yeah.
Sean 420 says Billy the Kid, and I was actually going to say Billy the Kid. Like, for a lot of people in the West, the Old West, well, if you're going around shooting everybody, you're just looked at as a bad cowboy. You're Billy the Kid or somebody. But I don't know, like, if you're just going around shooting people, that could be a serial killer back in the Old West.
Yeah. Slack Wolf's favorites are Jack the Ripper, Zodiac Killer, and Mr. Cruel. What Mr. Cruel? That sounds familiar. Do you know Mr.
Don't remember.
Cruel?
No, I mean I know Zodiac Killer because that was all San Francisco. So
Yeah. I don't think Mr. Cruel's on the list. Is a moniker for an unidentified Australian serial child rapist who attacked 3 girls in northern eastern suburbs of Melbourne in the late 1980s and 90s. He also is the prime suspect in 1991 abduction and murder of a 4th girl. So an Australian killer. Maybe that's why we haven't heard of Mr. Cruel.
he put their bodies on the Barbie.
That's fucked up. That PDF from Nickelodeon who diddled Drake Bell owned a Gacy painting. Oh, PDF pedophile from Nickelodeon. Oh, the director guy that
Well, you're gonna have to say who, because there's been a few of them from Nickelodeon, and then they just hired them back.
Oh, but it's the one that did them all. The worst.
There's the guy, and I'm blanking on his name. He's the guy. He's really fat, and he created all the really popular Nickelodeon shows. And so he is the one who allegedly got Britney Spears' sister pregnant. But it's been pretty much confirmed. And then he knew the guy from Return of the Living Dead, the punk rocker, the guy with the mohawk. He ended up being a pedophile who also worked for Nickelodeon, and Nickelodeon hired him back after he got out of prison.
Yeah, wasn't it Schneider?
Yeah.
Dan Schneider. Yeah, that's the main one. The crazy shit though here is Brian Peck, a dialogue coach on shows like Josh and Drake, convicted in 2004 for lewd acts. Jason Handy, production assistant on All That and Amanda's show, sentenced to 6 years after possession of child abuse material and charges involving young girls. Easel Chanel, a freelance animator, convicted in 2009 of lewd acts against a minor. All these fucking Nickelodeon people.
I'm telling you, man, between Nickelodeon and Disney.
Wow.
It is absolutely amazing to me of how many people love these things, with how many pedos they have had on these places, on these shows, and they keep hiring them back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what hopefully that shit has changed now in Hollywood. Neighbors were right there, huh? Wow, okay. And had
and he was like part of Gacy was also part of like the unions, and he was like I think it was Jeff who said over here, like, he was really respected, and it's true. Yeah, this guy was he would be like, if somebody went, I think Gacy's killing people, the sheriff would go like, what are you talking about? He's very respected. He wouldn't do these type of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Brian Peck is the guy from Return of the Living Dead. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. He's the boogeyman of Australia, a fascinating case who was never caught. Interesting. Huh. I'm a huge crime buff, so cases, crime mysteries. I'm a huge crime. Very cool. Nice. Good to know. You can definitely help us out because we're wrong a lot. Gacy was a big shot in the local Democratic Party. Wow. So here we go. Okay, so Gacy locked in there at number 3 for the time being. Here we Dr. Death. Not Dr. Cruel, but Dr. Death. One of history's deadliest serial killers was a married family man who used his position as a popular British physician to commit 218 credited murders, as many as 250. Harold Shipman began his murderous spree in 1972. It's believed he killed at least 71 patients while working at his first practice, and doubled that number at a second practice he joined after butting heads with colleagues who found him arrogant. What is brusque? I'm sure that I know that word, but brusque. What the fuck is that word? And overconfident. I have you seen that that movie? And it might have been like it probably was a straight to TV movie about the nurse guy who would travel around and he would kill patients. And then when people would start to catch on him, he would move to a different town and he killed a bunch of people. I think it was a guy that was like a nurse and would like inject air in the lines. Nothing that anybody could ever prove that he was really killing or poisoning people or something. Or maybe he was doubling their medications or something like that. But kind of sounds like maybe that was inspired a little bit from Dr. Death.
I know that there was a female nurse. I think that she was called the Angel of Death, and she was killing people. I don't know if that's the same person or maybe somebody different, but that's what I know. I haven't heard of the guy.
Okay. Well, this was just a movie. I don't know if it was inspired, but it was a movie. So here we go. Finally, in 1998, both a local undertaker and another doctor noticed the unusually high number of cremation certificates Shipman had signed off on. They also noticed striking similarities in the recently deceased patients themselves. The majority were elderly women who were found sitting up and fully clothed, not in bed, as would usually be the case with the gravely ill. Despite these clues, the shoddily handled initial investigation allowed Shipman to kill 3 more times. I mean, what's 3 more out of 250? As luck ran out later that year, when the daughter of his final victim, Kathleen Grundy, claimed he'd not only killed her mother, but also tried to create a new fake will, naming him as her sole beneficiary. Unlike his earlier victims, Grundy had not been cremated, and an autopsy revealed lethally high levels of dimorphine. He was formally charged with 15 murders and was convicted, sentenced to life without parole in 2000. 4 years later, he died by suicide, never admitted to any of the killings. Where was this dude? A Brit in Britain, huh? No wonder. Maybe England. They sure like to kill Americans back in the 1700s, but I guess they don't like to kill anybody anymore. So it was sentenced to life. You would think 250 killings, you're going to put that dude down. You're not going to let that dude walk away. But I mean, he gets points from me for the sheer number. 250, huh? Wow. But at least 218, but maybe up to 250. Dr. Death. There he is. What do you think?
I think he's number 6.
So you would put him below
the
lady,
chick,
but above
Jack.
Okay. Because it was too easy for him. He was a doctor. It's easy. He's got the upper hand. So yeah, that does kind of take away. So okay. I'm okay with that. Mike Knopf, what is cracking, Mike Knopf? How you doing? We're just over here chit-chatting about our favorite serial killers. Ever hear the monster from the Andes? He supposedly killed over 300. So I Wikipedia'd a list of serial killers, and there's like a fucking lot. So that's why I had to find a page that was only 10, because you can see we've already spent like 45 minutes talking serial killers, and we're just moving on to 8. So we'll try and speed it up a little bit with these last 3 here. Alien, this one you're gonna like, John. Eileen Wuornos, the Damsel of Death.
Yeah, that's Monster.
Yes, the one that they made the movie Monster from. From an early age, she seemed prime for a life of crime, a victim of horrific sex abuse, and I kind of feel bad for her a little bit, because you never excuse killing people, but why she was killing, she was an abuse victim herself. She was forced to survive alone in Michigan woods as a kid and turned to sex work and theft to get by. Over the years, her rap sheet grew longer and increasingly violent. Well, at least I don't know. Was the movie Monster pretty accurate? Do you know?
Yes and no. The Christina Ricci character in it, her girlfriend, was not real. That was made up for the movie.
Okay. In 1989, she committed her first murder during a sexual encounter in a remote part of Central Florida. She shot 51-year-old Richard Mallory and later claimed she acted in self-defense after he beat, raped, and sodomized her. That's why I felt bad for her, if that was true. Yet it sparked a killing spree of at least 6 other middle-aged men. She typically took her victims to an isolated spot, shot them several times, then robbed them. Their bodies were usually found weeks later after being dumped in the woods on the side of the highway, and their vehicles were often stolen, then abandoned. Damsel of Death. And you could see, I mean, if she did herself up, cleaned up a little bit, and especially if somebody was doing beer goggle hooker buy-in, she's not hot.
Oh no.
But she's like, she's not like a 400-pound hippo or anything. So you could see, you know, somebody driving down the street looking for a hooker, and you pick her up and you're like, okay, well, man, you looked better from far away, but all right, here, let's go do the deed. So you could see where she was able to pick people up. Confessed to killing 7 men and was executed in 2002. So where are you going to put Eileen the Monster, John? There she is right here.
It's 7.
7 men. She was a hooker.
But it didn't
kill them in their car.
But I think that she went looking for it.
Yeah.
The other ones, they were victims. So she would pick up these men who would beat her up, and then she would kill them.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, then just don't go do that. I mean, I understand she's messed up in the head, but I
think it was for money. She was robbing them. She was doing it for money.
Yeah, that too. I mean,
but is that what you're thinking right there? With Jack the Ripper moving down and her going to 7?
Yeah, because maybe she gets, you know, one up from Jack, because once again, she's a woman and serial killer women are very rare.
True.
And
she has a higher body count, so
yeah.
And she was fucking crazy in court too.
Yeah, she's not.
So yeah. If we knew who Jack was, it made, you know, if we knew more deets on Jack, because here's the thing, maybe Jack just changed his style and went and killed a whole bunch of other people a different way, and nobody ever knew.
I think I mean, if we're going off of who's famous, I think Jack would be number 1. But if he's only killed as many people as you read, then it's not, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's so Slackwell says, "Oh, I'm sorry. There's no way Jack is number 7. Completely disagree. Jack is the Babe Ruth of serial killer." Yeah. So this list is, I don't know of, you know, notoriety or whatever, but they have Jack down as killing like 5 people. You know, when we have a doctor here who killed over 200, but the list is just our favorites. and there's no criteria for why. We're going through and kind of giving our reasons why, but as far as prolific, renowned, famous, Jack may be number 1. I mean, Ed Gein, it'd be pretty hard for me to ever push Ed Gein out of the top spot, but maybe Jack the Ripper is the most famous in history. But these are our favorites. That's all we're doing here. So we're not taking away from anyone.
Because if you go up to anybody, you say Jack the Ripper, they know exactly who you're talking about. But if you said Ed Gein, they have no idea who you're talking about.
A lot of people don't. Yeah. A lot of people don't.
People know who Ted Bundy is, that's for sure. But a lot of these people, they have no idea who all these other ones are.
Hey, a lot of people nowadays may not even know Ted Bundy. They may go, was that the guy from Married with Children? No, that was Al. Favorite serial killers, you sick bastards. Hey, you're here for the ride, Jeff. if you're hanging out with us going through this, you are guilty as well. So
That's true.
Here we are. But it's going with favorite serial killers is more just to be funny about it. Her interviews are fascinating. She was off the charts. Yeah, no, she was a piece of work. Mr. Bones says, yes, rest in peace, Hayden Panettiere. And we are, as soon as we wrap up these next couple, we're going to dig in, see if we can find more information on her passing. It's very sad news. I'm definitely a sick bastard. Very nice.
Glad
Sick
that you can admit
bastards
it. That's the first thing to recovery.
Yeah. Right. So here we go then. Okay, so moving on to number 9. The BTK killer. Well, we're ranking this list.
I know.
We're not arguing whether they belong on it. We're just
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, echoing John Wayne Gacy, Dennis Rader was the ideal all-American dad and military veteran. He was married with 2 kids, president of his neighborhood church council, and a leader of the local Cub Scout troop. But beneath his benign exterior, Rader hid a dark secret. For years, he terrorized the Wichita, Kansas area as the BTK killer, whose self-chosen moniker stood for bind, torture, and kill. I like that he gave himself a moniker like that. What fucking ego that is right there. The serial murderer claimed the lives of at least 10 people, including some children, from 1974 to 1991. He gets longevity cred too. Wanting publicity for his crimes, he began leaving hints and sending notes to local media outlets several months after committing his first murders. Even so, authorities couldn't crack the case, and Rader eventually went dormant. The monster hiding in plain sight nearly got away with murder, but a 2004 newspaper article about the anniversary of his first killing spurred Rader to write another series of notes. Police finally pinpointed him as the suspect after BTK sent authorities a floppy disk that contained identifying information. Once in custody, Rader confessed to the crimes and later pled guilty to all 10 murders. In 2005, remains imprisoned for life today, and authorities continue to question whether he was responsible. Identified as BTK killer 14 years after committing his last known murder, sentenced to 10 consecutive life sentences in 2005. That was a long time ago. Is he still alive? Yeah, he's still alive. Let's see, when born March 9th, 1945. And so he started at like 29 years old killing, and killed for, well, his spree went for a long 74 to 91. So 17-year killing spree. And then
have a hobby.
He didn't get caught until he was basically pissed that they misrepresented him or something. So he had to write more letters.
That's how they
had some nerve.
That's how they caught some of these guys, is that they would put, on the news, or it could be in a newspaper back in the day, especially like the 70s, it would be homosexual, or we do believe the killer to be have slain men because he is a homosexual. Back in the day, if you called somebody a homosexual, that was it. It's like, oh, screw you, the police, screw you.
Yeah.
I'm going to prove you wrong. And then that's how they would get caught.
Yeah. Yeah. This dude's ego, if he didn't have an ego, he probably would have never got caught. Crazy shit. Unless he sent away for a DNA test to see how much percentage of Irish Catholic he was or something. I just came back
because of his bald spot. I mean, that's pretty.
Yeah. He reminds me of, what's the guy's name? David. Westerfield, who he only killed one girl, but there's a story down in San Diego town. Well, it's a city in San Diego County called Poway, and David Westerfield, Poway, the city where Blink 182 is from. But David Westerfield killed a little girl there a long time ago. Sad stuff. We'll talk about that more later because we have a couple more to decide here. Yeah, it is being posted everywhere about Hayden Panettiere. It's very sad. The BTK killer was an artist. I hear they call Jeff the PTK killer, the Poontang killer. So Jeff is the Poontang killer. We could ask John's mom about that and see what she reason. Yeah, we went there. I went there. Jeff kills Poontang any chance he gets. BTK killer. I give him credit for basically 30 years of getting away with it. And
so maybe
again, little kids, Cub Scout leader.
How about number 6?
Do you like him more or less than Dr. Death? I kind of like him more than Dr. Death. Dr. Death,
yeah,
because Dr. Death was a doctor and he prayed after old women who could have just died. You know, it was too easy for Dr. Death, which is actually genius, and he does deserve credit for it. But I think I like BTK better.
So maybe Monster should go above the Doctor then, Dr. Death.
I'm okay with that.
Because she had to go find the guys, take them out, kill them, do all that stuff. If he's a doctor who's just giving a shot into an IV.
Yeah, and fingerprints and everything were already a thing when she was doing her stuff. So the idea, there was so much out there, and there was already some security cameras around and stuff. So her spree, it was a little more difficult.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one on the list, Mr. Dahmer himself, who, man, did I send you the picture when I was in the airport of the guy who was sitting across from me who looked just like Jeffrey Dahmer, had the fucking glasses and everything. Oh my God, that dude was creepy looking. I thought I was like, I am sitting across the table from the reincarnation of Jeffrey Dahmer here. The Milwaukee, because that's how you say it, monster, committed his first murder in 1970. And I think we all know about Dahmer, but we'll read a little bit anyways. Committed his first murder in 1978 when he was just 18. He would go on killing until his arrest in 1991. Good longevity again. After a man escaped his clutches and hailed down police near Milwaukee, when the victim led police back to his captor's apartment, they discovered photographs of dismembered bodies, the severed heads and genitalia of several other men, and a tub full of acid that Dahmer had used to dispose of some of his 17 victims. The genitals, dead genitals, that can't, like, what do you, maybe are they just trophies, or you think was he doing something with those? Because dead genitals are not going to be.
He was doing a little bit of everything. He kept the head in his freezer. One guy was a black guy, and he was being too loud, so he gave him a lobotomy with a drill.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think that was a good show. That was a pretty good show too.
Yeah. And it got it pretty right on too. And it was at first, like, the police didn't believe, because he had a couple people escape, and like I think it was the same guy. And
because the police went to his house and left, like, at least once before, right?
Yeah, because it was, once again, the time period. The police are just like, oh, they're gay. They had a fight, we're just gonna, we're cops, we're just gonna leave, these are, deviant people. And so they just had a fight, but no, he was cutting heads off and he was eating people because he was a cannibal. And he left the black guy with the drill in the head. He left him there for days, and like slept with him. So this is, he's not a smart guy, but he knew what he was doing as far as murdering goes. So I would think that he would be right below Bundy because of everything that he did.
Okay. He was sentenced to 957 years. So there was a chance of parole, but just, like 450 years later or something.
Yeah.
But he was killed by a fellow inmate just 2 years later.
Yeah, he was mopping the bathroom, and they took the handle and just beat the shit out of him and killed him.
Deservedly so. This is a picture of him at his initial appearance at the Milwaukee County Circuit Court, where he was charged with 4 counts of first-degree intentional homicide, and on July 26, 1991. Man, we just passed up the 35-year anniversary. Wow. Dahmer was arrested after police found the body parts of 11 men in his apartment. 11 men.
Yeah, he was definitely like Gacy would pretty much do anybody, it was like if they were male. But yeah. Dahmer was because he would pick them up in bars.
Yeah. So we're shifting all of them.
Yeah, I think he's even better than Gacy. I think Gacy should go right below him.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a tough.
Because also look at Dahmer. He's like a good-looking guy. He's somebody where you walk down the street and you wouldn't think of anything. He's not all messed up looking, and so people didn't believe that he was killing people. It's just like, oh, he looks all American, blonde-haired, good-looking guy. He's not killing people. Well.
Yeah. I think that's tough between Gacy and Dahmer, but I do think I'm okay with this. I do think I'm okay with this list as it stands right there. So how are you feeling? Are we good? Anything else that we should question as far as where they're ranked?
No, it's sad that Jack the Ripper is down at the bottom, though.
It is, but I mean, we got some good killers.
I know.
And I mean, Doctor, maybe. I mean, I would, if we want to throw Jack the Ripper a bone, I would maybe I might even be willing to do that.
Oh, interesting.
But because Jack the Ripper is, I mean, when you have that many movies made about you, come on now. She just has one movie made about her. I don't know if Dr. Death got any movies made about him. But I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about that?
I think that works for me. Yeah.
Okay. So there it is. I have made this a public list. So
I am surprised Zodiac's not on there, though.
Well, yeah, and that's where there's so many to choose from, and that's what I found this and was like, well, we'll go with these. Well, apparently there's like a poll or something. Okay, just like you, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing to save it.
So I would take a picture first.
Well, I'm just gonna leave it alone until.
Well, when you go down and see where it says save or download.
Yep.
So when you click on that, it's going to ask you to retitle it, and just put like a 2 or something like keep it your original name, but just add like Serial Killers 2. And then that will save it, and you should be okay. But like we've learned from me, I would take a picture first, especially if we're going to continue this.
Yeah, and I want to look at the website here more and see if there's, how to go about make the live voting poll and stuff, and we can leave it live so people could go look at it. Maybe I'll put a link. Because I don't have a link to this yet. Maybe I'll put a link and down below in the description here, and people can go vote for themselves. I really should start my cinder block bunker in my woods just in case I listen to the voices. I was thinking it was going to be just in case the end of the world comes, but no, just in case we start listening to the voices.
Well,
yeah. Man, that is a lot of the reason why I want to move. I guess that's not a good segue, but I want to move to Texas so I could build myself bunkers. I want land, and I want to go like make torture chambers and stuff to make movies for, of course. Zodiac is the most terrifying because he was never caught, but being from NorCal, I'm minutes away from where he used to hide. Yeah, no, and John lived right there too.
Yeah. I remember news about this because I was young at the time. But he was never found. In the movie, they the one with Robert Downey Jr. and stuff, they think they know who it is. At the end of the film, there's that stare that the cop gives the guy. I think he like works at like a hardware store, and it's just like you're the guy. So but they never found him.
I will nickname my bunker Fantasyland. Fancy. We Kid, of course. Elika says the Night Stalker. So yeah, there are other great
Richard Ramirez. That one, he's terrifying.
And NG says all F tier or lower, cowards who ruin many lives. Agreed wholeheartedly. We Kid in jest with these killers. We're just having fun as dorks, but no, to anyone who was ever hurt by these people, our hearts go out to them. And these people, for the most part, have all gotten what they deserved.
So, well, and you need to discuss and look into these things to kind of see why it's happening and what they're doing. If you just make everything an F or a 0, you never can get into somebody's mind and figure out what they're doing, or
very true,
where they're going to go next. So it's
so well, the fun news is for you all that John and I, we're going to do a little series on tier list killers. We're going to do one TV killers, and we can even separate and then do another one of movie killers. So TV would be like Dexter Morgan. Movie killers would be like Buffalo Bill. So we're going to do more tier lists like that. And then maybe also like prolific, like ranking, like what would you call them? Like world leaders, like Genghis Khan and Adolf Hitler, and was it Joseph Stalin, and some of these. So there's a lot we could do with these tier lists, like who was the worst of them all in our opinions. So we'll definitely do more, and maybe we go find another 10 that are not included in this, and then go tier list them 10 more real serial killers. But ranking is always fun because it's interesting conversation. It's interesting to see how people view one person or another. So it's good stuff. And I'm very glad that John came up with the tier list idea. Just a tip: when you cement the cinder blocks in your bunker, cement lengths of chains in the blocks. They will come in handy when things get hopping. Well, that's what you got to have, your secret room in the back where you keep all your weapons. Like, well, if anybody has seen McDreamy in Memory of a Killer, he has a really fucking cool room with all the weapons. And in John Wick, right? Or was it in John Wick, or was it in Hotel Artemis where they had the room with all the weapons and they went to buy them? But it was in that world.
It's John Wick, it's Ballerina. They all have the
oh yeah, no, that's right. It was in Ballerina. Yeah. So those rooms with all the weapons and stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. Got to check out the Beast from Jersey. Dude was sick in the head, wore a mask. You think there's enough cults to do a top 10?
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. Good call. Good call.
But Jim Jones would be number one automatically.
Probably, yeah. But man, I'm telling you, I was ready to hop on that comet and fly away, man. That happened in Carlsbad, California. I think it was Carlsbad. And I grew up like 15, 20 minutes from there. The Heaven's Gate one.
One of my pet projects, I would love to do a Jim Jones movie and have Vince Vaughn play Jim Jones. If you've ever seen Vince Vaughn.
Oh, no, Vince Vaughn would be a great casting.
He looks like Jim Jones.
Yeah, would be a great casting. Just before we move on, because of talking about TV shows, if you have not seen it yet, highly recommend Memory of a Killer. Has Michael Imperioli and Patrick. Oh God, what's his name? McDreamy.
Oh, Patrick Dempsey.
Thank you. Memory of a Killer. That's a great one. And The Westies should be a new episode out today that I'm going to watch after we're done here. The Westies is great. MGM Plus. You can watch it on Amazon. It's a mob show from like takes place during the 80s. It's great. Those two and yes, and Reacher's out now, so plenty of stuff. And then I've been watching the shit out of Sons of Anarchy later, rewatching. And man, after rewatching Sons of Anarchy, boy, do I have a different opinion of. I still love the show, but I have a different opinion of Jax Teller. He was quite the bitch. Basically let his mom have you seen the show, John? Have you watched Sons of Anarchy?
No.
Fuck you. Yeah, he let his mom manipulate him in the club so much that it just made him a bitch. So here we go. I am Googling now. Hayden Panettiere, cause of death. Not known. What we know so far, parade.com. Let's see if I can read this. So actress best known for her roles in Heroes and Nashville has died at the age of 36. Her father, Skip Panettiere, confirmed her death to ABC News on the evening of Sunday, August 16th. That would have been today. And same statement still was profound sadness. So we share the tragic passing of our beloved Hayden. She was an incredible light and a force of nature who brought immeasurable love and joy to all who knew her and the millions who watched her on screen. He asked for privacy as our family takes time to process this unimaginable loss. TMZ reported that she passed away earlier on Sunday. Law enforcement sources spoke to the outlet, confirmed police responded to an incident involving her on Sunday and that there is currently an open investigation. No further information is available. So tributes and legacies. It doesn't even say who the tributes are from, but if I'm going to say that this is the way she died for sure, I sure would love to read it from like a reliable source. And if TMZ isn't reporting, and they're usually pretty darn quick to just throw out the deets, but let's see, first post, sudden passing, not been publicly incredible. Yeah, I can't find anything here that specifically says it. Well, parade.com says she's dead. Her battle with drug addiction and postpartum depression, 11:32 p.m. So this would have been from 8:32 our time. They're just saying that she battled drug addiction. They're not saying it was a factor. So yeah, I don't know. I can't find anything that I am ready to 100% say that was the cause. That Netflix Jonestown murder doc is so sad, but a great watch, very informative. Oh yes, yeah. No, that man, that dude's fucking crazy. And I like, not that I like the fact that anybody died, but I like the meme that's like him and then Fauci, and Fauci's like, hold my beer. Funny stuff. John, were you looking up, or were you able to find anything on Hayden Panettiere's passing, or were you even looking at that at all?
I wasn't looking at that.
Okay, no. Sure. Some people are still alive. Yeah. You know, in the one, what was the one in Texas in where they burned down the compound and stuff? That church, David Koresh. That, where that was, you can go there. Like, they built a new church and stuff, and there's times where they're open to the public, and like the concrete, a lot of the foundation and the pool, it's not filled or anything, but it's still there, and you can go see where that stuff took place. It's right off the side of the highway. Crazy shit. That's on my list of places to visit in Texas sometime. You hated his mom? Whose mom? Whose mom did you hate? Cementing the... Oh, Sons of Anarchy. Gemma. Yeah. Fucking hated Gemma. Show would have been better off without her. Cementing the chains, ensure your guests can't pull them off the wall. Just saying. Yeah, guests. Yeah, you got to make sure you're going to do it right. If you're going to be a serial killer, we know how to get caught. You got to make sure you don't. John, anything else that we needed to talk about this evening?
No, I put up a new video is out today. So it's a Funko Pop hate purchase video of Funko Pops that I hate but love them at the same time. So that's out. Nice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, everybody check that out. And oh shit, we never got to the Marvel stuff. We're already 3 hours in, so we're not going to get to that tonight. John has a lot of stuff to do. Christian's cousin Danny lives in Crawford, Texas. Could smell the bodies and see the smoke where he was. Wow. The mom, Waco is right. That's where it was.
Yeah.
The mom did her job because we hated her. No, very true. And Katie Seagal is a phenomenal actress, and I have her autograph up here on the wall that I got from Wet Movie One. I wanted to get Charlie Hunnam's autograph on it because it has both their picture. But when he was at Creep I.E, I did not go. My fault. But that's okay. I got his autograph now, but unfortunately it's on that movie where he plays a king or something.
King Arthur.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So I won't be here next Sunday because I'll be in Europe. Decent. Well, have fun in Europe, Antonis. That's great. Yeah. So Waco's right next to Crawford. Okay. Right on. Yeah. No, it's crazy. Well then, anyways, everybody, I think we'll probably call it a night here and head on out and go watch. I'm gonna go watch the Westies. John's got stuff, but you're watching stuff for videos that you're going to be doing coming up. Anything that we should be looking out for coming up, or no announcements of dates or anything yet?
I don't know exactly the date, but I'll be watching Hudson Hawk and reviewing that tomorrow with Jonathan for Indie Film Cafe. But right now, once we get done, I'm going to go watch Lanterns, the new Green Lantern show that's on HBO for DC.
There's a new Green Lantern show?
Yeah, it's just called Lanterns.
Huh.
It's supposed to kind of be like True Detective, but with superheroes.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, it just came out today. So.
Okay, cool. Well, enjoy that, and we'll talk soon.
Sounds good, man.
Everybody else, have a good night. Thank you for enjoying your Sunday Night Mayhem. See you later, kid. Bye.